Idea if I'm live. I don't like Streamlabs. Where's the pop-up to tell me I'm live? Can anyone hear me? I need some confirmation. Alright, let's see here. I need to rearrange this stuff a little bit. Still tinkering with my little streaming setup from last week. Trying to get it perfect. Where's the performance window? Stream quality is good. Loud and clear. Thank you, Jason. Hello, folks. All right, I gotta check. So I'm trying to keep going with the with the dual streaming to make sure that Twitch is working. I see a stream on there. Okay, I think we're good. Doubt we have any viewers there, but that's okay. Just trying to make sure it's working. So we're in preparation for the charity. Okay, there we go. Now I see it on both. Okay, we're good to go. Thank you for saying so, D-Fits. Glad you like it. All right, let's go past all of these tons of test saves. I have been coding like a fiend lately. All right, end of session is what we want. Uh-oh, that doesn't look good. No, we better fix that. All right, give me a second, guys. Okay, can you guys hear me now while the please stand by thing is on? If so, then I have succeeded. All right, let's get the correct things loaded. Okay, we don't want these edits, so I think we're good there. Launch again. Okay, you can hear me and see the Pip-Boy screen. Sweet. All right, then I got a nice standby thing, and then in a second, I'll load the game back up here. And then I should be able to transition that. Now you guys should see the game screen again. Alright, let's hope this warning is way less awful now. Yeah, that's what I wanted to see. I should only have a couple of files missing. I realized the last couple of weeks we've been playing with a couple of alpha mods enabled by mistake. Hopefully my save will survive that dumb move. Crashing is how Bethesda game says hi. You are correct, Gadnerd. I've actually, playing with these really micro load orders. Less so. Okay. All right. And of course, I always got to get my bearings. Oh, you know what I forgot to do? I'm gonna do one other thing before we start, because we're pre 9 o'clock, so I'm in good shape here. I'm gonna put let me get the Fallout 4 standby thing back on. So somebody Quester sent me some mods to install to blank out the radios. You guys know I find it very amusing to chase down the radios, but when people copyright claim your video, they get part of your super chat money too, which is insanity to me. And so yeah, I gotta finally install one of those. Otherwise, people just random copyright trolls are getting some of your guys' donations. All right, let's see. Turn off radios. Turn all radios come off by default. Turn all radios off by default. Most can be turned back on the radio. Blah 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 blah. Oh, persistent volume sliders. This seems to be like the way to go. All right, let's try this one. What does it say? Uses MCMs to get around the Bethesda 8 slider limit. Let your mods save their volume slider positions between sessions. Adds a mute function for vanilla sound channels. Yeah, this sounds like our winner. So I'm going to try this mod here. And I will miss chasing radios, but it's for good cause. All right, so let's see. We don't need this anymore. All right, let's find, here we go, persistent volume sliders. And then actually this is good. Wait, what is this? I don't trust. Whenever I see people include a script folder, I'm a little leery. Oh, this is made by Space Fiddle. It is. Space Fiddle does the voices of several characters in SS2. He does the voice of Archon, Tom Sanford. Who else does he do? He does like 3 or 4 characters in the mod. All right, let's paste these in here. Installing mods is extra slow for me because I do it all manually because that protects our hard work on Chapter 3. All right, let's pop back into game here and see if that works. YouTube still hears the songs. You turn it off if you not use radio sound. Interesting. Well, I'm going to be using a mod that will allow me to turn them off in settings, so YouTube will not hear them because I have it set to broadcast. It doesn't broadcast my game audio; it broadcasts what my desktop is outputting, which means it's whatever I can hear. That's how I'm able to get it to broadcast like my Discord conversations and such. So I think we should be good as long as this mod is set up correctly. So I'm going to try that next. All right, let's transition back into the game here. Okay, now that I'm getting like a proper stream setup, it's making me want to get like one of those fancy decks so I have a bunch of buttons I can push instead of having to figure out where my mouse is. I am very much looking forward to that stream, the next one I have queued up. So if anybody was confused today, there was another... The stream I queued up this afternoon is actually happening on May 28th. And that is going to be a marathon mod jam. We're going for 12 hours straight. Going to be joined by a lot of mod authors, and should be quite the experience. It's going to be like speed modding with a team of people, a lot of people I've never worked with before, so it's going to be very interesting. We're actually having a couple of meetings this week to like sort it all out and figure out the details and make sure that we don't step on each other's toes, because I'm going to be working with a lot of people who've done a lot of mod work, so they have each of us has our own like workflow and everything, and we got to make sure we can work together well. Okay, let's see. Radio off to mute this channel. Yeah, let's mute that. Music. We want general music. I just don't want like radios in the world. Here's what I want off. So I actually want to enable. I want to leave radio on because I want to be able to hear all of our quest stuff. I just want this radios in world off. So let's find out if this thing works. All right. I guess a good way to test would be to see what happens if I build a radio, I guess. Power is under MISC, maybe. Anybody know where radios are? The radios you can listen to. Maybe they're not powered. Maybe they're just MISC. Are they decorations? Miscellaneous? Yeah, this feels right. This feels right. Yep, there we are. Okay, let's do Classical radio. That one's safer. Let's see what happens if I turn it on. And it's muted. Cool. Works. So persistent volume sliders. That's a nice solution. Okay. I can upgrade an IV for my coffee. Yeah, I haven't. That's like the real. That's the real thing I gotta solve, and not just workflow. I gotta solve how am I going to get my coffee. It might be that I move my Keurig downstairs and set up a little craft services table for myself. I actually am gonna be looking out for. This is gonna be one of the things we discussed in our little meeting, is figuring out who can be like a intermediary host, so that I can take like, you know, like a 45-minute to 1 hour break in the middle, so I can, you know, use the bathroom and eat. Like, not have you guys having to hear me munching the whole time. Like, I know you guys have like, I think once or twice when I'm drinking an iced coffee, you guys you can hear me chewing on ice cubes, making accidental ASMR. Yeah, I don't want to have to pee in a bottle at my desk. I don't think that'll be good for anybody. So we'll get started on the stream at 9 o'clock. Oh, hello, Weiss Drakenjäger, and I'm sure I butchered the hell out of your name. I know you've been around for a long time. We'll go with WDJ over on Twitch. Are you all alone over there, or are you just the only one typing? I can't see the numbers for who's watching from where. All right, and I got to get my bearings about what we were working on here. Oh, that's right. We got Where There's Smoke queued up. We can recruit people from the RON now. We got lots of stuff to do. And I think... Oh, yeah, because we got Where There's Smoke. That means I can actually start building other plots. And I think... Yeah, I built a municipal. What did I set it as? Probably power, if I'm guessing. Yep. Basic power plant. That makes sense to me. That makes sense. I am twitching as well. Yeah, I'm trying to get used to dual streaming for a while, because I might keep it forever. It costs me nothing to do. Well, it costs me virtually nothing to do. There is to dual stream correctly with Streamlabs does require a subscription, so I am paying for that. But I think it'll be worth it for the charity to make sure we get maximum audience, because the majority of the charity is doing their stuff on Twitch, so raids and stuff can jump between each other. Hello, Empty Stomach TM. Welcome. Here's your reminder as you requested. Oh, yeah. Thank you. Okay, I'm going to make... Okay, now I got to figure out how to do it. All right, this is a great time. We got 5 minutes left till the stream actually starts. Let me find my streaming tools here so that I can grant you moderator privileges, Phil. Uh-oh, what happened to my thing? My chat disappeared. Live chat. There it is. Alright, let's see if it will let me do it. Click on you. Add as moderator. There we go. You are now a moderator. Sonic Phil is our newest moderator. If any of you other regulars on the stream would like to help out with moderation, you know, we generally don't need it on a day-to-day. Like, everybody's pretty chill here. But obviously, if we open up the stream for a large audience, a large new audience that's going to be coming in from the Fallout for Hope charity, then we might need some mods. All right, now let's pop out chat again so that I can line it up next to Twitch. Okay, there we go. Got my streaming set up happy. Yes. Okay, but now I gotta figure out, so I can hear that in stereo for some reason. Did you guys hear that in stereo? Or did just two people follow one after the other? Yeah, that's what happened. Wait, no, it duplicated it. It did it twice. It says Jim's twice. Thank you for the follow, guys. GSD fan and Jim's 1973. I apparently got to fix the alert system because it's doubling up now, and we're just hearing all the teleport sounds. All right, let's figure out how to fix that. Why is it double dipping? idea. But I'm just going to leave it for now. It's just extra Ron fun for now. We get to hear him in stereo. Alright, let's see here. Okay, it is 8:57. Let's see here. I don't want to... let's go figure out what we're going to do today. So I'm probably going to go recruit some better settlers, because those will help a lot with our needs while we're trying to get a little bigger here. I love that you're on Twitch. Thanks, James. Oh, Carvok, more first time chat. Oh, that's, man, Twitch has got all sorts of crazy features that YouTube doesn't. All right, let's see what we had going on here. I think I was short on build. I was going to build a city plan here, and I didn't have enough resources to do a city planner's desk. I think that's what was going on. Oh, look, she can sell us some. Let's see how close we are now. I remember marking this. I'm trying to remember everything we had going on. So it was. Oh yeah, we have nothing. We just straight nothing.
Oh yeah. You spent a little time on the run when
how do we have none of this stuff? Did I steal all? I probably stole all the resources here, didn't I? Let's see here. Transfer. This doesn't seem right. I don't remember emptying everything out of here. I'm wondering if maybe one of my one of the add-ons I have installed is doing something funky. Alright, well, I guess we'll go over here. We'll take all of our junk out of here and bring it back over here. Cody Rundage. King, on a personal story, you have created possibly the best mod for any game ever played or tested since the 90s. Wow, that's some high praise, because there have been some insane mods since the 90s. I mean, like, dawn of entire genres of games have come from the mod scene. So thank you for the praise. Appreciate it. I think we got a long way to go before we deserve that praise, but I appreciate it nonetheless. Alright, let's see here. We're going to take all of our junk. There's not a take all junk button, is there? We're just going to grab this and... oh man, there's so much. So today is a point where we hit some sort of turning point in chapter 3 development, because it's now, like, today was the first day where I am bummed I don't get to play around with chapter 3 and have to just play just with up to chapter 2 with you guys like that, because it's the mechanics are coming together so well that it's like it's legitimately like it's super fun and I want to keep playing it. So I know we're in the right direction, but we'll talk about all that in a second. First of all, we got to do our intro because it's 9 o'clock. Welcome, guys. Thank you all for joining me tonight. I am dual streaming on Twitch and YouTube. I have both chats up, but just for those of you who aren't regulars, know I am notoriously bad at interacting with chat on the regular, because I get hyper-focused on the game. So instead, what we do to make sure that I catch all of you guys is, first of all, I ask you tag me. On YouTube, you just do @kinggath for your messages, and they highlight a different color. I am sure there's something similar on Twitch. I will immediately read out super chats and whatever the equivalent is on Twitch. Again, not a Twitch streamer. I'm just still learning the lingo over there. So... but otherwise, about halfway through the stream, around 10:30 or 11, so about an hour and a half to 2 hours from now, I'll switch gears and reverse things. I will focus almost not on the game at all and focus on you guys instead. That's a good time where we can get detailed questions in and we can talk about stuff. But otherwise, I am playing in hard mode today. So I named this episode 6.5 because we played for a little while last week. I wasn't intending to. I thought I was just going to be fixing my stream. But we got it working, and then I played a little bit on this save. Didn't go super far. I think we did one quest. And then, yeah, so this is kind of continuing from there. And in hard mode, I have almost every option turned on in some settlements too, with the exception of settler death, because I'm not a complete masochist. So for the most part, we are playing with all of the options turned on. So you guys are kind of going to get a feel for what SS2, oh cool, we had plenty of stuff. SS2 feels like if your goal is to have like a really intense management sim, that this is for you. If you find this distasteful as you watch me playing and you see that I'm micromanaging too many things, don't worry. Thank you for following, Ash Williams. I really got to fix the stereo. I mean, I love that sound effect, but it sounds much better if it's not in stereo. But anyway, as I was saying, if you find the micromanagement involved in this playthrough is too much for you, don't worry. This is not the normal. By default, you play on a much easier mode, and there's an even easier mode, and I just wrapped up the easy mode Let's Play a couple months ago, and actually we're finishing up a final episode this week of the that's not a word. Streamlined version. I don't know why I couldn't think of the word. Streamlined version of that Let's Play series. So if you're watching today, you don't like what you see, don't worry. There are 2 other modes you can play in. And of course, you can fully customize the mod however you like. There's a million options in the holotape. Okay, so let's try and launch a city plan. So using a city plan in hard mode is extra hard mode, I will tell you guys, unless you do it in the mid to late game. So we're going to try it out because it'll give me a challenge to focus on, because right now I've got Red Rocket in really good shape. So we're going to do a city plan to make this harder on me. We'll see what we got for options. Okay, we just got those 2. We're going to go with... what do I want to go with? I think I'm going to go with basics because the ROTC build was not designed with SS2 in mind, and it's beautiful, but it's going to make my life hell doing this. So okay, we got to assign a leader first, so we're gonna make Mama Murphy our leader here. Forgot about the leader. So this is one of the features of hard mode. Actually, I think this is on by default even on City Builder, that you have to have a leader. You can turn that off though if you just want to build city plans for free. We're gonna go ahead and tear it all down. We have plenty of ASAMs, and let's head up to cinematic and see if I gotta exit immediately. No, we should be good. Fallout theme I can get away with. 142. You haven't scrapped anything here yet. Scrap things before you lose them. Oh, too late. Too late. Yeah, that would have been smart. But at least I'm not... I did turn off survival mode last week because... Or was it 2 weeks ago? I turned off survival mode. I was not enjoying the lack of fast travel. It makes the stream take forever when we're trying to make progress. So focus is not on walking simulator. Focus is supposed to be on SS2 gameplay, so I had to drop that, unfortunately. But we're still playing with the full component difficulty on SS2, which adds plenty of challenge on its own. But yeah, what Mod Hunter's talking about is that when you use a city plan, it scraps a lot of things, but it doesn't scrap them the same as you do with a player. You will not get the scrap back for them, so it just deletes them, basically. So if you want to preemptive do it, you can run around and scrap everything, and then the city plan will actually everything is in stereo. Thank you, Jason Lowkrantz. No special message or question, just thank you. Appreciate it. The dual, oh yeah, sounds a lot better than the dual. I use my Raider city plan from the Mega Packs as Carvac. Yeah, I don't actually have the that installed right now. I should install it. I've installed a bunch of add-ons. I think I'm up to 6 now. It's been like a slow process. Sleeping bag mod that lets you sleep anywhere. Yeah, I mean, the killer, like even sans the sleep, because I already have a mod to let me save anywhere. It's really the fast travel is what I realize is my problem, because yes, the deaths hurt, but that could be resolved by just, you know, hitting save more often. But really, it's the walking everywhere is really irritating. So, and it was like the combination of the two. I kept dying, and it's like, oh, if I could just fast travel, this wouldn't be a big deal. I could just jump back over there. But yeah, survival mode seems really cool, and like if I was doing a private, you know, long form playthrough where I'm just like, I want to see if I can take this character to level 200, survival mode would be awesome. Like, it would feel really cool, but not gonna work well for the stream. Hey, camera marker, what are you doing there? Disappear. Also, I think that camera marker set up incorrectly. So there's a camera marker system in the city plan thing, and this one looks like it's set up incorrectly. Like, generally what that marker does is it makes it so that the camera will point at that point when it's doing these circles. So it kind of like the way this cinematic mode works is there's like a pivot point that it uses in the base game. The base game, Bethesda puts a center marker, and we just pivot around that. But in some settlement designs, the center point that's there by default doesn't work good. So this lets city designers put their own in, but I think maybe the ROTC plans have them misconfigured. There was a lot of like lessons learned doing the ROTC conversion that we fixed so that city planners who are doing the contest could have a better time. So this was our, unfortunately, the sacrificial lamb. Never had the camera system work when building, not once. That's odd. Sounds like a fun conflict. I've never had it not work. The one thing that does cause it to immediately kick off is if you if you play with your Pip-Boy, like if you pop it open, or if you happen to do it before you get pulled into camera mode. Oh, that thing just disappeared. Or maybe we pulled out far enough? I don't know what's going on here. I've been concerned a little bit about some issues with Workshop Framework. So I've been tinkering with Workshop Framework for the city plan contest to work out some issues they've had. And I've given them like a there it goes. Now it's back again. Given them like a private build to use to try and resolve some issues. And I'm using that private build too. But I have no idea if it's... Some of the fixes I did for them may have caused some weird issues. Like the other day I tried, well yesterday, was trying to prep a new city plan that's coming in Chapter 3, and a lot of items wouldn't export. Hey, Carvok, have you run into this with the version of Workshop Framework that's in the Wabbajack install? Is it missing items? Because I found a bunch of items were not getting exported in the alpha build of Workshop Framework. Okay, we're gonna exit out. This is taking longer than it should. I don't know what's going on. Something's stuck. Usually if you ever get stuck like that in camera mode for way longer than it seems you should, usually means that there is some missing mesh, or what I'm guessing here has happened is one of the add-on packs is missing a it has a mesh that's missing a piece or something like probably has some sort of mod requirement that I didn't look up. But that's okay. We are back in. All right, and then to make that disappear, you should be able to pop into workshop mode and pop back out again. There it goes. City plans available at Red Rocket Truck Stop. Okay. City plans available at Sanctuary Hills. Alright, where is the desk here? I remember at the ROTC build it's in here. Maybe it's in here as well. Yep, here it is. Alright, and then we're going to look at how bad is the maintenance system here. Actually, I also need to up the build limit. So the brutal part about a city plan.
I've got something a bit different for you.
Oh, good. Goody. What do you got for me?
I've got something a bit different for you. Our scouts have found a promising spot for a new settlement. The trouble
You don't
is
say.
some kind of vicious beasts are lairing there. Once you clear it out, set up a radio beacon to let settlers know about it. Before you know it, we'll have a thriving new farm.
I thought I already took Starlight.
We'll take back
Maybe
the
I'm wrong.
Commonwealth, one piece at a time.
Yeah, I have it set up as a oh, because I don't have a radio beacon there. I set it up as that was like my little sub base I set up so that I'd have somewhere to dump off when we were playing on survival mode. Okay, now I wanted to up the build limit. There we go. Let's go back over and see how bad things are. Oh yeah! Oh, no, thank you for the donation. Always skip Concord or leave them in the museum. I actually did that at the start of the stream, and then I went back and got them because I wanted people. I wanted people with good stats, because the Concord squad is great for SS2 with their stats. Some of them are, like Mama Murphy, are absolutely broken. Mama Murphy has like 20 strength, so she just brings in buku building materials. Let's see here. 19 strength, yeah, there you go. What we're gonna do? Oh yeah, I wanted to look at. No, I don't want to look at the report. I just want to go into workshop mode and look at the HUD. We're gonna go over to daily change and let this refresh and see how bad is the maintenance here. I expect it to be extra bad. We're gonna juggle people around and try and get this place. Oh, it's not that bad at all. -3 on oil. That's it? No, that can't be right. Something hasn't recalculated yet. Maybe not, though. Maybe... because look, we have water 20, power 15. It could be that these calculations haven't finished yet. I may need to tell it to recalculate, because that doesn't seem right at all. It seems like it should be significantly higher. Or maybe we rebalanced things down a lot, because I know we did do a pretty massive balance pass at some point. All right.
I don't think we've met yet.
I'm good, thanks, lady. All right, let's see here. So this thing's gonna have some maintenance. Yeah, see, this has got cloth, and that wasn't listed. So I think we might need to recalculate here. I'll pop back in one more time and see if it updated. I mean, I guess I don't have to recalculate. I could just take advantage of the situation, but I would like to see what it's actually going to be, because eventually it'll recalculate on its own. So let's preemptive strike here and do that. So we can do it from the holotape, but we can also do it from here. Tools, advanced tools. Should be, which one is it? Recalculate virtually. It's going to be one of these two, I think. We'll do costs. We'll let that run, and then we'll do, there we go, recalculating daily resources. And this basically just analyzes everything in your settlement and makes sure that all of the numbers that you're seeing on the HUD are accurate. -1 oil, -1 steel. So though that seems to be accounted for. It looks like the water pump just isn't being accounted for some reason. Oscar Fry, question about the build limit thing. Is it best to set the build limit to like 400% before using RC, or rises as needed? I mean, if you turn off respect's build limit on SS2, which is what mostly on PC can get away with, you can just ignore the build limit until you're ready to build. But yeah, if you're playing with respect build limit on, it's best to preemptively do that. Although I believe we have it set up so that once a city plan level starts, it won't acknowledge the build limit for that. Like, so you won't get like a half-built city plan level. But then if you're at max, it won't start the next level if you get an upgrade. Pretty sure that's how we have it set up. And if not, that's how I would like it set up, because that seems the most logical to me. Most usable, I should say. There we go. Now it calculated everything. So for some reason, just some of that stuff didn't get caught. I bet that's why we were stuck in camera mode. There's probably still a lot of like behind the scenes code running. Actually, we're going to test that, because that's always a good thing to show on camera once in a while. Whoops, I hit report mode there. To show you people. Let's exit workshop mode. I'm going to make a quick save here. We're going to go, I'm going to call this script check. And then give me just a moment. I'll pop over on standby for a second while I find my program here. So once in a while, this is worth doing if you find that things don't seem quite right. I'm going to launch a new program called Resaver. You can get this from, if you look up Fallrim Tools, you can grab this program and launch it. Okay, now I can bring my scene back up. If you launch Fallrim Tools, there's a program called Resaver inside of it, and it should bring up your saves, and you just load up your latest save. And we wait for this thing to load right here. Loading, loading, loading. And then we look down here. So, okay, we're good. So if you had a high number in your active scripts or suspended stacks, you would know you have a problem. Ours is good. We're all cleared up. So it was... so I don't know what happened there, but either way, we fixed it with a quick recalc. This is why we put those advanced tools in. One of the problems we have consistently with working with Fallout 4 is it can just decide that it doesn't want to ever complete a script, and it will terminate it. So you'll just, sometimes we'll find inside the save file there'll be data that says terminated script. So it can just decide to not run a script, which is why we can, so you can, there's basically unlimited bugs that can crop up with scripts, unfortunately. But that's why we put in all those tools, so that we can, if you have weird problems, people on the forums who know, or in the know, or if you're just an old hand expert, you can run those and fix your game. All right, let's see here. So now we need to start balancing out all these numbers here. So I'm going to do my best to get this place to be self-sufficient, and I guess we can set up. I'm a little nervous about setting up caravan services to connect these two, because I'd like this, like if one settlement's going to fail, like so be it, but I don't want both of them to. So we don't need rare materials, so let's find Although it is nice that we have access. So one of the things that's cool about the city plans is you can get early access to some building plans that you can't get otherwise until you unlock them. So if we need, and we kind of need machine parts soon, so I could go with that one. But what I think I'm going to start with is food. So we'll get somebody on farming. And I think there's a 3-person one back here, but that's probably not necessary because most of the people here are going to have pretty insane stats. In fact, we have the Vitamatic, so we can find everybody. So I'm going to build just a bell. I could do the town meeting gavel, but I'll just do the bell. We'll go ahead and find that. I think it's under resources misc, maybe? Yep. Go ahead and pop this down, give this a little ring, and let's bust out the Vitamatic, and we'll see what we're working with here. And we can hotkey that, I guess. Alright, Junior up first. What do we got going on? What are we working with here? Scan. We've got a bunch of 4s. He's mediocre, but that's okay. That is okay. He's still better than average settler. It comes in with 1s and 2s. Only showing 1 bed. Yeah, it's because most of the residential plots can't build right now because there's not enough resources.
I should have done more.
What about you? Oh yeah, see, these are our usual little baby settlers with very little. But actually, strength assigned to machine disassemble, that's not bad. What are you assigned to? You are assigned to farm. Okay, that's good. Where is everybody else? I gotta have more folks in this. Alright, we're gonna manually assign people though, just so I can keep an eye on where everything's happening, and then I can approve the building costs. So you can work a farm, that's fine. I think he can single-handedly cover everybody because he's gonna get, what is it? Is it 2 + 4 or 3 + 4? I think it's 2 + 4, so we might need 1 more person on it. So we're gonna assign you here, and hopefully we've got enough to build this. Shouldn't take much. And then we'll go ahead and do this. Start construction. Okay, we need wood. Well, there's plenty of wood around here, so no problem. Bye-bye, tree. Bye-bye, tree. Alright, a little extra wood. There we go. Start construction. Pay and build. Okay, get ourselves a farm going. So I think the houses, I believe we need asbestos for, excuse me, which is probably what we're lacking right now. We'll try it. Start construction. What do we got? What do we got? No, we need wood still. Okay, we have asbestos and glass. All right, let's go. Let's go do a little deforestation. Sorry, trees. You're needed for a more important cause. Alright. Alright, we're definitely going to need somebody on Marshall as well. But we got to get this bed. If we don't get this bed situation, like that's one of the biggest hits to happiness is going to be having no beds. We could build vanilla beds as well. And that will be my solution if we run out of stuff here. Alright, let's see here. We're going to do... We don't need any of these commercial right now. Alright, let's find somebody good to do Marshall. Just one need at a time here. Ring ring. Over here, guys. Alright, where are we at?
I just need to trade gear with you.
No, I don't actually. I just need to see your stats. Okay, you're the weak settler.
Don't take offense to Marcy.
Marcy.
She's
What do you got going on? Okay, another all 4s.
in her own way.
What about...
King,
Oh,
welcome
what...
back, Mum. I do hope you were able to find some assistance in Concord.
You could say that. I made a few new friends.
Can't have enough of those these days. I realize that I'm no Mr. Gutsy, but if needed, I'd be honored to accompany you throughout the Commonwealth. Just say the word.
Yes, of course.
Lead the way, Mum.
Oh, sorry, doggo. I'll get you back in a second.
Not to worry there, pup.
Flag unlocked, Codsworth. So good news, everybody. The leader system. I know the leader cards have been broken for ages, and I finally figured out why yesterday or the day before. Recently, I figured out recently. So that will be fixed soon. Let's go. We're actually gonna put Codsworth. Or I'm actually gonna look at what his traits are. So this is another thing that's really, really helpful, and like I don't worry about it a ton when I'm playing in City Builder or. I mean, I wouldn't worry. I shouldn't say I don't usually, because I mean, I don't worry about it in those. What I'm suggesting is those of you who are playing in hard mode, you should pay attention to this because the leader traits are pretty game changing for hard mode. So the leader traits, if you go to replace city leader from the desk here, if it's working, which probably isn't in the live version, but it will be in the after we go to 3.0. The different leaders like your companions and some of the main characters will have these big benefits to your settlements. And I am not running alpha code. I've decided to not risk that anymore because we're getting into like real sketchy territory with the testing, and I don't want to break the save. But the leader traits I think will be a huge boon for hardcore players once we get that fix out there. Okay, so let's go back to Vitamatic. Let's keep scanning, folks. Oof, you are real weak, both of you. A bunch of strength people. What about you, Codsworth? What's your specialty? Oh wait, can I not scan? Yeah, I can. I'll say I think we left. Oh, holy cow! Look at this, 16 intelligence. Okay, so intelligence is gonna up our power production, so we're gonna send him over to Red Rocket for sure, since we're gonna build power over there, and that will actually give us our solution. So we need, where's dog meat? Wait, we can just dismiss you. Come here. Talk.
Hey, Miss King.
Talk. Look at all those talk options.
My pleasure.
Oh, there's some sort of bug in the thing. Dismiss.
You can head home now.
Right then, Mum. You know where I'll be should you require anything.
You're going to be at Red Rocket. And now we need to find dog meat. Where are you, little buddy? Because I think most of the time when I survive combat, it's directly because of dog meat. Using his little grab arm ability. Alright, let's see where our food situation is. We'll find dog meat eventually here. Oh, only 4 food? That's it? That's all you got for me? It produces 3. Who's working this? June, I thought you had some real endurance. Oh, I bet he's got a disease that's reducing his illness. Are you sick?
Just looking to trade a little.
No, he's happy. He's not sick.
Find your son.
What are you doing here? 4 endurance. That should be plus 4 food. Alright, let's go over here and refresh this guy. Let's see. View details. Food 3. Refresh. Or is he not actually the worker and I just got it wrong? Let's see. Track occupants. Let's do that. Finishing an operation. Okay. Oh, yep. It's not you. It's that guy. June, come here.
Oh yeah!
Oh yeah. Thank you for the donation. I cannot read those characters, so we'll just say keep on keeping on. Appreciate it. Alright, let's see if this updates to show. Okay, now it's food 6. Cool. Alright. Yeah, there's double audio on the alert. I have no idea why, and I don't really want to stop to mess with it. So it'll be something like I'll go try and fix it when we're done with the play session. When we're over in build mode, or when we're in chat mode, I can mess with it while we're talking. All right, let's see. Who is our best candidate for defense? So we need somebody with agility. I think it's probably going to be Marcy.
If you run into any, put a few down for me.
Yeah, I think it's you, Marcy. I think you're up. Off we go. Over here. Put you on this plot over here. Where is the plot? Why can't I find the plot? I can see the ASAM sensor. What's going on here? Alright, let's try lowering that with place everywhere. Oh, there it was for a second. There's the Marshall Plan. Alright. Got nudged down a little too low. Alright, Marcy, hammer time's over. Okay, so here's something else we're gonna do. We're not ready for power here yet, so I'm actually gonna store these generators. And that will reduce our cost here. We'll leave this one running because we do want to get that, but I'm gonna find any other generators and stash them away. Because they're just wasting maintenance resources. And we're not looking to upgrade right now. Which is really the only thing the power is useful for a lot of this stuff. Store. So there must be one or two more somewhere. We have an excessive amount of water too. I'm going to look into where that's coming from. Oh, I bet there's a purifier over there we can stash away. That'll reduce our maintenance costs down significantly. And put us in a better shape so that I don't have to caravan network us yet. I mean, I can if it's if we can get these maintenance costs under control. I don't hear a water purifier. Alright, let's see. Where is this thing hiding at? Oh, this one actually built. Cool. Now, if any of you finds yourself wandering around looking for stuff like I'm doing right now, there is a fantastic mod by CBR Gamer, which I cannot think of the name offhand. But it's something Sim Settlements Terminal, something like that. And it gives you tracking tools where you can like do stuff like this, where you can find all sorts of plots and find out where your items are and stuff, so that you can more quickly do what I'm doing right now, which is running around the city plan trying to find everything. Where is the water? Where is that other generator? I'm guessing we have two more little generators, or maybe windmills. Let me look up high. Is there a windmill up somewhere? No, don't see one anywhere. If anybody's familiar with the basics plan, it can point me in the right direction. I know you're probably thinking I should be because I'm the mod creator, but I am definitely... There's too much content in SS2 for me to be familiar with all of it anymore. This is not a one-man show. Alright, I might do a resource recalc because I am not seeing these anywhere. Oh, there's one way up top. Found one. I guess get to the high ground. Oh wait, I think I see another one over there too. Yep, found them. Found all of the... There we go. Okay, so we dropped our power production to 3. So the only thing left is figuring out where this water is coming from. I vaguely remember there being a big old, like, water purifier in this design, but just, like, plopped down. Oh, wait, we ended up with ROTC. Ah, that's the issue. I thought we were going to use basics, but we're using ROTC because I think when I assigned... that's why, because when I assigned the city leader, it did one at random. I was going to do basics and ended up with ROTC. So I think with ROTC, the water is like a hose or something. We have a bunch of like secret water production items, obviously. Great for design. A little more problematic if you're doing hard mode. But this will be, that's fine. I think we can deal with having 20 water. Okay, so then looking at that, looks like defense is our biggest hole we've got to fill right now, and it looks like we just got another settler. That was lucky. Happiness is on the upswing. That's awesome. What do you got going on for stats? Oh, you're immediately a farmer too. You would be better off on something strength production, or yeah, some industrial. But let's try and find somebody with like 3. Can we find anybody with like 3 agility here?
People are
Endurance, strength. What do you got, buddy? Oh, you got 2. you're gonna have to qualify. Come over here. I need you up high on marshal duty. Oh, hello, Mama Murphy. Need to get her on industrial. We're gonna really take advantage of that 19 strength. Pay and build. Oops, did it twice. Okay, let's get. We'd actually don't. I don't care if the city plan levels up, so we can actually just stop the city plan at level 1 for now, and put a leader back later if we want one. So let's find Mama Murphy. Where'd you go? You were just hanging out over here. All right, and you are gonna. Oh, she lost her job anyway. I think that's that's like a known common issue with SS2 and SS1 for that matter, that the city leaders do not like to maintain their jobs. They constantly get reassigned to other stuff or unassigned. Uncertain why. All right, let's see how much this costs to build. Oh, we need all sorts of stuff. Concrete, steel, acid. Okay, so we're not going to get in that anytime soon. Hey, unlocked caravan services. So we couldn't have built it if we wanted to anyway. Didn't realize we hadn't unlocked it yet. Okay, so let's find out who's working plots that just aren't built, because that seems kind of silly. And our happiness jumped quite a bit. I think it was at 11 a second ago. We must have hit a daily update because we all of a sudden had a new settler. We're good on food. Literally just defense is the biggest hole we've got to fill right now. We're about to get a little more up there. Setting up security up to 44. I don't think that's going to fill the meter though. No, not even close. So we're going to switch one of these plots. Maybe we'll build another plot. We need to get some more. Absolutely need to get some more marshal and get some of these people who aren't working and get on marshal plots. All right. And the reason we need so much defense is because we have all this surplus water. All right. So I guess we will eventually upgrade, but we're on the ROTC plan. The ROTC plan mostly is over there, so this whole area over here is fair game. So we'll go ahead and plop down a 2x2 defense plot over here and see what kind of stuff we get from the add-on packs. And we'll go ahead and grab one of these folks working these unbuilt plots and see what we get. Oh, you know what we're going to do, since these can't build into, we can't build these right now anyway, I'm going to switch this guy over to just junk get. Maybe we'll do, what should we do here? I think we'll just do building materials, because that's what most of the level 1 plots cost, so we can at least build all of our residential and stuff. Start construction, let that build up. Let's find this guy, where he at? Yep, pay and build. Get this person onto Marshall for now. Preston, you should be working Marshall. You jerk. What are his stats? Oh yeah, look at that. Look at that. Lazy fiberglass we need. Okay. Where can we get some? We're not going to find any fiberglass around, are we? And trash can Carla already disappeared on me. Okay, so we need to get some fiberglass and make our way back here. We're still, at least happiness is on the upswing, so that makes me happy. So this place is not in the worst state. I think, you know what we're going to do? Where is the caravan services plot here? That's what I want to know. I think we're going to build that. There should be one in this design. That's one of the only things we did. And we wanted to keep the ROTZ designs as they were, because for a lot of people, for certain ones, they just loved, and we didn't want to mess that up. Not to mention all the work that the designers put in on it. So we tried to port them over as is, but we wanted to at least make sure that caravan services was there, because it's such an important class in here. Well, let's see. Is it here? No, nothing there. Okay. I guess I don't know where it is, so I'm just going to build a new one. Alright, let's go ahead and build this here. There's some nice spots not being used. One of the things with ROTC city plans is they had an insane amount of plots in them. So we had to tone it back a lot, because we were trying to make the SS2 version a little more sane so that it could work on most computers and Xbox. So we toned it way down. All right, we're just going to clip this in right about there. Lady, you're going to come work this for now until we can get our defense situation sorted, or our asbestos situation sorted. Yeah, we're not going to build water. We want to build... Oh, his stuff's like way sunk in. Interesting. Okay. Alright, let's go ahead and change this out. Let's get caravan services. This should be pretty cheap. And then, of course, we'll have to go build it at Red Rocket as well. Concrete, come on. Not enough resources. Okay then. All right, so we're after concrete and what was this one that we were short on? Already forgotten. Doesn't really matter. Basic defenses. What is our cost? Yeah, that's fine. Oh, the flaming gate. No, we're probably not keeping that option. The Merman Tunivia has some pretty crazy designs. Okay, so fiberglass. Alright, fiberglass and concrete are our shortages right now. Concrete I feel like we can get pretty easily. That is just finding some cinder blocks to scrap. Alright, let's go head over to Red Rocket since we're short on some stuff over here. Oh, did we get our power plant built while we were away? Did Codsworth get in there and get that sorted? Oh, and then we got a nice floating settler. Thanks, Bethesda. Alright, let's see here. Who do we got here? Is it the flying settler? No. Hope it's Codsworth. No, it isn't. Well, settler, you're, I think, going to be working caravan services. Where is Codsworth? And also, I forgot dog meat, too. Oh, there's our chrome cooking stuff. That's always fun. Codsworth. Where you at, buddy? Got a new job for you. No sign of him. Alright, well. We will find him eventually. I can do a... I'll probably have to do a town meeting gavel here. Go ahead and get another one of these built. Oh, we're short on. Oh, because I dumped all the ASM sensors over at the other place. All right. The junk back and forth. The fun of that. All right. We're going to do a town meeting gavel here. I think I need to craft one. So we got to find our desk here. Oh, I hear it, Codsworth now. Town meeting gavel. I think I'm going to cheat the weather away so that you guys can actually see what the heck's going on my screen. There we go. I just saw you, Codsworth. Here, move. Codsworth, you are going to go work this fancy power plant. Bring us your intelligence. Oh, this thing is ready to upgrade. It just needs building materials. That's fantastic. Let's see. What does it need? Oh, no, it needs operating costs. Crud. Okay, let's pop in here. Let's look at our report. What are we short on here? Daily changes. Oh, we're going to run out of machine parts. So we've got screws. We've got 11 days to sort our machine part problem. That's not too bad. Cheating already. I don't count the weather as cheating. Get rid of the rain. I want you guys to be able to view this. Sometimes you got to make sacrifices for the stream. For the good of the stream. Okay, we need to get an ASAM sensor back. We can untrack this, and then we'll put that... I guess I'm going to leave this tracking on so I can see that other person. We can find them again, give them their new job. Lyra AST, do you have plans to publish the source of the papyrus scripts? Yes, after... probably not immediately after Chapter 3 comes out, but like shortly after. So I've always been... One of the things that's holding me back from putting out the source is I didn't want somebody to try and port Conqueror forward until after we had all the mechanics in. So once the mechanics are in, I'll publish the source, and hopefully that'll actually inspire more people to help out with submitting bug fixes too, because I know there's a lot of people out there who are pretty solid programmers who could help in that department. And maybe we'll get the bug fixes in Chapter 3 sorted faster than we did with Chapters 1 and 2, which would be nice. Or help getting some of the really nasty bugs that I've yet to be able to figure out sorted, because sometimes you just need another set of eyes on there, another perspective on it. Oh yeah, I forgot what I was doing. Got distracted there. All right, let's see here. Okay, we got 2 ASAMs left. Perfect. Now, obviously, caravan service is only useful in pairs, so I don't really need this right this second until I can get enough stuff, but we're just missing concrete. I feel like I might be able to find some concrete laying around at Red Rocket. Otherwise, we're about to go take a pop over to Diamond City and buy some, since we got fast travel back. Yeah, the decompiled scripts, yeah, they're not great. That's definitely not ideal. So usually people who help out a lot with code and have proven themselves to be good at it, I usually give them access to I'll send them access to the source so they can get it. So there are a handful of people. It's not just me and the dev team who have the source. There are a handful of others that are like add-on pack authors or people who have again, shown off their scripting prowess in other ways. I give them access to it early because I don't anticipate them trying to preemptive add any gameplay mechanics. Okay, now we have our ASAM sensor, so we can place this guy down. Seems sensible to put caravan services on the road over here. And let's go ahead and set that building plan. And then we'll see if we can scout out some concrete on the ground here. Now, question is, do we have enough here? I'm guessing we do, because we have all the... Yeah, because we have plenty of virtual junk here.
Timing's as honest work gets.
Alright, you are going to move to this. Oh wait, are we short on food all of a sudden? 0 food. Did our food... Either our settler got unassigned, or we didn't pay the maintenance costs. Which is it? What is happening here? Where is our farmer? Not enough water. We need more water, quick! Okay, let's solve that. We can't afford to build any of this. Rubber, ceramic, screws. We're just gonna tag everything for search. All the looting. Alright, you need concrete for that too. Oh man, we got just a mountain of problems to solve around here. Oh, can I scrap the campfire? Concrete 4. There we go. This is going to dip into our cloth requirement. Let's add to our little water pump farm over here. Sneak that dirt down. Oh, come on, come on. Alright, I'll just do it that way. We got place everywhere. We don't have to follow the rules. Alright, still more water needed. There we go. This is going to require a lot of cloth and steel. We're definitely going to get into the municipal game here soon. Hey, there we go. Now we got enough. Food just kicked back in. Still not enough. Oh yeah, that's enough food. Why is it showing... Oh, did we end up with some... Something else is adding food needs. Nope, there it goes. It was just slow. I was like, I have not been letting the residential plots upgrade because I don't want them having more food needs yet. Like we're not using enough caps to need it. So the primary purpose of upgrading residential is to generate more taxes because the taxes are used by your commercial and martial plots. But we are not pushing on that enough. We have plenty of caps here. Let's see where we're at. I think our daily change, yeah, still plus 18 caps, so we're good there. Oh, now we're at -2. Spoke too soon. But we have 532 in holding, so we're good there. So our biggest holes right now looks like cloth and screws. Caps will solve themselves, especially because once we connect these two with caravan services and we start getting all the plots over in Sanctuary built, that'll fix the caps, no problem. So cloth, I guess, is our #1 priority because we only have... actually, we can do a 1 screen forward. Days remaining. We got 6 days left. Alright. Alright, now I'm guessing we needed more than 3 concrete to do the build over there. So we'll untrack occupants here. Now let's see, which of our plots do we want to upgrade that we should start powering? You've got power. Our industrial would be my first desire, but a lot of these are already powered. What about you guys? Are you powered? No, these guys are not powered. Alright, let's get these guys wired up since we have all this power now. Pretty sure I built a municipal pylon here. Produces 100 power. There we go. Alright, now let's see if that powered this guy. These guys over here. Sometimes these power poles are really finicky. I honestly think that there might be some sort of weird bug with the plot power poles. It seems like if I scrap those, suddenly stuff works. And not just the ones on the plot, but these like specific models. There's something funky about them that they won't produce power reliably. So we're going to go ahead and scrap you. And of course we can't afford to build anything else. But we can do, I think there's a vanilla power pole as an option here. So we'll go customize plot, change power pole, and we'll pick one of the vanilla ones. I think it's this guy. And we'll do the same for the next one over. Yeah, there's no reason that the ones that we created shouldn't work. Like, You know, in any tests we do, they work, but who knows? But those the games work in mysterious ways. Alright, move you over here for a second. Alright, we got power. We got power. Alright, I want to make sure that we're only powering the ones we want. I don't want to power everything. I just want to power all my industrial. Alright, I think we got there. Oh, we missed one over there. What is that? Another junk? Alright, we can do a... I don't want to power those residentials inside. Does the recruitment radiant beacon put off power? I feel like it might, incidentally. Oh well. Okay, let's go see if any of these guys are ready to power. Okay, so they're just waiting defense now to power up. So we're short on defense. Oh, because we suddenly have all this power, we need a lot more defense. That makes a lot of sense. That makes a lot of sense. Okay. So, how are we going to solve our defense crisis here? I think we're going to have to sacrifice somebody on junk gathering. And get them over here. What do we got? 25 on this guy. Do we have any other martial plots going? Everybody wants defense to upgrade. Okay. Oh, this one's not manned over here. Okay, I wonder if I accidentally unassigned the person. That is what I'm guessing. So, let's see if we got anybody who's not working. Nope, you're definitely our caravaneer. What about you, buddy? What are you doing? You're a teardown expert. That sounds important. You can continue being a teardown expert. All right, let's take this one that's not powered. Let's take this guy over here, since this one's not going to upgrade. And we're going to go ahead and track occupants. And you are going to be a guard for us now, buddy. Where is this person hiding? Are they up on the roof? That's probably where they're at. Hello? Oh, wait a second. Let's make sure... What are you doing, Sturgis? You're on defense already. Okay. I already...
do some work?
No, I am not. Thanks for asking. Zap. I don't know why the scan option isn't coming up for her. Oh, because I'm in conversation. Sure.
I'd be glad to help. Just tell me what you...
Well, for starters...
Sorry, we fast forward over vanilla dialogue. That's the rule.
Houses still look solid enough to do the trick. There's a workbench over there you can use. Give me a holler if you need anything.
Okay, let's put you over here. Wait, now are you working that plot? What's going on here? I know you're just hanging out over here. Alright, let's see what this does for our defense. 16. That is a tiny amount of defense, lady. We're gonna need a lot more than that. Alright, so I guess our other solution would be to upgrade one of ours if we can. Let's see if this thing over here just needs power to upgrade. So we'll try and cheat this a little bit. Since we're having power pole issues, we can at least move our power pole. So we'll grab... Well, let's first see if we can get away with using this one, if the flag one is broken too. Or if it... Oh, no, that looks awful. We're not gonna have that. Oh, that's right, we got the wind thing now. So they all blow in the same direction. Okay. No, nope, still in there. Is this... The question will be, is the radius good enough to get to there? Let's plug you in here. That is hitting that. Cool. I'm shocked by that, actually. Alright, we're up to 96 defense. Full defense now. Cool. But I also want to see, can we upgrade this thing? It will make us use a little more caps daily, but yeah, upgrade available. What's our cost? Yep, we can afford it. Cool. Okay, that'll give us quite a bit more defense. It's gonna up our caps usage, but like I said, we're gonna, as soon as we solve the asbestos shortage over there, we'll get a bunch more taxes coming in. Alright. Okay, so our remaining things, I still need to get fiberglass and concrete. And I think we're going to have to go talk to a junk vendor to solve that problem. And I guess we can untrack this guy now. Feeling pretty good here. It's starting to come together. Oops, I want to go back to... I cycled too far. Go back. Go back. There we go. Alright, so we're at... -3 on cloth. That doesn't seem right. We just built a bunch more pumps. Why is that not updating? Alright, we're going to recalc the stuff again. I think something's screwy with the maintenance cost system. Let's go ahead and recalc that. Okay, let this thing recount. Let's see how bad the situation really is. Drumlin Diner and Covenant. Yeah, I definitely will go to Drumlin because I think I killed Wolfgang. I haven't been to Covenant yet. Recalculating. I always feels so good to see him using the animation markers. I say this every time, but it's like in settlements, it's such a crapshoot whether the settlers are going to do anything useful or if they're just going to like huddle in on a roof somewhere. It just makes me happy to actually see them doing what they're supposed to be doing. Okay, let's see how bad the situation is now that we did a recalc. It definitely got worse because we should not just be adding 3 power or water pumps and then only adding being at -6 on. Okay, so now we're at daily change -6. So there was only one that was missing. Okay, that's not as bad as I expected. Caps are a big problem. Daily change -145. What is the cap usage on a level 2 marshal? Must be a pretty significant jump. Let's see here. No, just 20. That's not the end of the world. Okay. So it looks like caps usage was our biggest problem. Oh, I wonder if... Because look, it shows daily change -87 at Red Rocket, daily change 145 across the network. Did the caravan services actually build over at Sanctuary? Oh, no! We got a crash. Terrible, terrible, terrible. Haven't had one of those in a while. All right, let's see how bad the rollback is here. Because I haven't been popping into Pip-Boy, which would have got us an autosave. And Cody Colvin, best mod ever, your champion. Thank you. Thank you for saying so much. All right, let's see. How bad is it? Oh, it's bad, guys. It's bad. It's real bad. It's not good. I did not get an autosave in there anywhere. What a pain. I forget about the... You guys have seen how bad I am at saving. This is why I was so getting so frustrated with survival mode. Oh, that stinks. Look at this. We're all the way back here. None of our custom stuff built. Ugh. Oh, is that painful. Okay. Yeah, this is just like 2 minutes after that script check. Okay. Well, because I don't have the patience to do all that again right now, we're going to go do a quest instead. That's so brutal. That was like 40 minutes lost. Oof. I hate you, Fallout. You're damn crashing. Yeah, I should. Yeah, I'm not using Workshop Plus, which has the autosave, and I should be. I should be punished by not using my own mod. Oh my god, that is so bad. Okay, so let's do... Okay, I'll at least go grab No, I don't want to do anything because as soon as anything I change, it's going to cause a cascade effect, and I'll be in there doing micromanagement for an hour. So let's pick a quest here. We're not going to do Where There's Smoke. We're going to go recruit ourselves a new settler. We're going to do a poll. We'll see if we're going to get. Let's see. How do I do polls in this new system here? Let's go start a poll. Are we going to do Anton or Powell's? How do we change the option? I think I know who's going to win this, but we're going to find out. We'll get you guys going. Does SS2 have Canary integration? It's unclear from the next page. It does, yes. Canary, unfortunately, has not reaped very many results. I had hoped it was going to be a solution to a lot of problems, but it has not been. All right, well, we'll start out by going to Diamond City while we're waiting for these votes, because I am going to try and buy some junk concrete. Because if we're going to do this, if I do this again, if I go through all the trouble of setting all that up, I am 100% going to set up caravan services immediately, just because it'll spread the load about where the problems are. If I'm going to balance them both out anyway, might as well get that solved first. All right, who's got stuff for me?
We're having a sale on brooms. Oh, no, wait. My programming is telling me we never have sales. Maybe you should buy something else.
I've got a few minutes to browse.
Excellent.
Okay, let's see here. Where is your junk tab? All right, so we're after concrete. Yep. And I think fiberglass was the other one I was short on to try and pull off everything I wanted. So we might as well preemptive strike and grab that as well. Everything else I seem to have enough of to pull off what I needed to. Although really, to be honest, most of this will solve itself if I just do network first. So if I just do caravan network right away. Because I had plenty of junk for building at Red Rocket. So we will just take some more concrete here. I mean, I might as well grab some fiberglass. This stuff's fairly cheap here. And I'm sure we've got, as always, some ammo to sell off. Here you go. You got a shipment of concrete too I can take. No, I don't want to give you 272 caps. Back and forth, back and forth. Everyone's favorite game. Let's see here. Oh, I gotta take stuff back from him, right? How about those? More? Alright. A little bit more. 38 more. There we go. Thank you for the cap, sir. Okay, yeah, Powell's dominating as expected. We'll end the poll there. All right, let's head out and rescue the Powell family. Oh, the robot that's broadcasting the radio gets around the mod I've got. Okay, we'll go to Wicked Sheet. Wicked, what's it called? The lockup. Wicked Fleet Shipping. Lost by 40 minutes lost in Fallout Decay Tuesday. Yeah, it's not unusual to lose a bunch of time to crashing. It's been a while. I feel like I have not lost significant progress to a crash in quite a while. Knock on wood. Like in my other two playthroughs, I don't think it really. Maybe once or twice. It happened when we were trying to battle power grid issues. I really actually want to look. I kind of want to pause and look at the buff out log before I start or before I forget. But if we get to the chat section, guys, in like a half hour or so, somebody remind me to look at the buff out log with you guys. It'll be interesting. In fact, speaking of crashes, let's do a little. Let's see. This is hard mode. LP. We're just gonna call this day 7. Post crash. Womp womp. Oh, oh, we got a buddy. Nope, let's not fight him with the Vitamatic. Oh, God. And I got no AP because I like to sprint everywhere. Alright, let's get some cover. Not a car. Hello, buddy. Oh, you're actually pretty weak. And not hitting me very hard. Ah. Wait, was that a... Yes! Get him, mole rat! Get him! Mole rat joined our fight. Where'd you go, little buddy? Dog meat, what are you doing over here? You're supposed to be tanking that dumb super mutant. Alright, well, you're in charge of mole rats then. Ah. One hit left. There we go. Crash has added life to the series. That's usually what my deaths are for. Those are exciting. The exciting moments to add some life to things, and I get plenty of those. Hey. Oops! I think I just hit dog meat. Dog meat, kill it! Oh, I got it. Thanks for the rads, game. Another enemy? Oh, good. Bloatfly, my favorite kind. Don't growl at it, bite it. All right. Did we get it all? I think so. I think we're good. Go to Diamond City and do all the DC side quests. There's like 5+ just in DC alone. Why do I want to do all the side quests in DC? Like for XP? I want to do SS2 quests. Oh, is the game sound not working? That would not be good.
Right there, stranger. Excuse the pointed gun.
How's the volume on this? Do I need to turn it up? Because Alex sounds really quiet to me.
So, why don't you tell me what you're doing here?
I'm here to help you.
Oh, help!
Yeah, I think everybody sounds pretty quiet to me. I'm going to turn up the game sound here. Oh, wait, what happened there? Oh, it's right. He moved all the settings to MCM.
I see. Is this the part where you helpfully donate some bullets? Maybe.
Yeah, let's turn that up a little bit. I think it's because of the mod moving everything to MCM. I got to do it under there now. I'm using a permanent volume sliders here. Voice, yeah, see I dropped it down to, I actually want to turn that all the way up to full. Now it's going to be real loud, so I need to turn down the master again.
Relieve me of the
burden
of wealth, as if I didn't have enough. Wait, you actually sound like you mean that. Oh, I'll be. Did the Ron actually send you?
That's right.
Great. And here I thought you were another problem walking in, but turns out you're here to help. I have to admit I'm a bit embarrassed about the gun now. I'll just put that away now. Well, let's get inside before it gets more awkward. My wife's better at making guests feel welcome after I pointed a gun at them.
All right, Alex, let's see if you can path today. Some days he walks right over, no problem. Other days he just stops on this corner right over here. He did it. Good work, Alex. You made it.
That's because stuff doesn't happen by the ocean. This time, the bad guys are on a cruise ship. Plus, the mistress came up with the plan, and she told Man-to-Man exactly what he needed to do.
Super secret submarines, a cruise ship, and the mistress of mysteries. Now I know why you like this one so much.
And there are the two lovely ladies of our humble manor. Jules, Katie, I have good news for a change. Looks like we have a place to relocate after all.
Oh, thank God. I mean, welcome to our home. Make yourself comfortable. Can I offer you something to drink? Not sure if you'll like what's on offer, though. I've got fermented brain fungus beer, or glowing mushroom tea with an extra kick to it. Though, I guess it's kind of an acquired taste. Are you even thirsty? I probably should have checked first.
I'm good for now. Thanks.
Probably for the best. It's still experimental. Brain fungus is either chewy like rubber or hard as a brick. The sweet spot between those is tricky. I suppose I should keep the glowing mushrooms for Radaway. If we're moving out this soon, we'll need it for the trip.
All right, that concludes the introductions, the tour, and the formal welcome dinner. Short and sweet. Not much to look at, I know, but she's been home to us for a long time. I guess now that you're here, we'll be moving on soon. We started preparing weeks ago when we realized that the last crop wasn't gonna get us through the next season. Still a couple things left to pack, though. If you're feeling impatient, ask Jules. She'll know what still needs to be done. You need anything from me?
This is a dump.
You people live here? This place is a dump.
Well, the only reason it's even here is because of the dumps our Brahmin takes, so I guess you're not wrong. After that comment, I'm expecting your sentiments to smell of roses. It'll change pretty quick anyway.
You ready to head out?
Mentally, no, but sentiment doesn't make the crop come in any better. Trust me, I've tried that and about a million other things. If you're itching for something to do to speed things up, ask Jules. She can get particular about the order things get packed in.
All right.
Excuse me.
We're all eager to get going. We've got most of our things packed up besides what had to wait until the last minute. But the biggest problem right now is that our Brahmin, Nessie, got out of her pen last night and wandered off. Any chance you could lend a hand and go search for her while we wrap up here? We should be ready to go once you're back.
Look at that bottle of Nuka-Cola. It's like flickering like just a little bit. So I don't think I'd drink that one.
All right, I'll do it.
Great. Brahmin are creatures of habit. She probably wandered to her favorite pastures by Sunshine Tidings. You could check there first. Maybe look around for a bit. I doubt she went far. And watch out for blood bugs. Season's coming in early with the rains. I sprayed Nessie with repellent 2 days ago, but it wears off eventually. It's why I'm so worried about her.
Now, I'm not going to do it because I don't want to miss out on our boy Franklin, but if you actually go follow the quest objectives and ignore Katie when she tells you her thing, there is actually, we actually did plant a dead Brahmin up there. And because your character wouldn't know what Nessie looks like, it's like Brahmin's a Brahmin, and then you can actually complete the quest that way. Funny you should say that, Cat Nerd. Literally am working with Gopher for something soon. And I think he's going to play through SS2. He's gonna start a new playthrough soon, I know, because I happened to ask him about the charity. That's why if you saw the charity I posted, the charity stream I posted earlier today, that's for May 28th, and Gopher's icon is on there. He's gonna be a little part of it, and he mentioned to me when I asked him about it, he's like, I literally just installed Fallout 4 today because I want to start a new playthrough soon. And we discussed briefly him playing through SS2, so I think he is going to do it. And I think his timing will work out that by the time he gets through chapters 1 and 2, chapter 3 will probably be out because he does not play quickly.
Do you know where she's gone?
Yeah, and it won't be in the pasture. Franklin the Martian took her. He's an alien, so he likes studying Earth things, like giddy-up buttercup toys, comic books, and Brahmin. I'm sure he didn't hurt her, so you'll just have to go and ask him to give her back, and he will.
Who is this guy?
Franklin. He's from Mars. Has a spacesuit and a ray gun, but the gun is just for bad people. Raiders don't like aliens any more than Earthlings, so he needs the gun, but he doesn't use it on friends, I swear. And definitely not on Brahmin. If he knew we need Nessie today, he wouldn't have took her.
Sure. Okay.
I know how it sounds, really. I wouldn't tell you if I didn't have to. You know, to keep him safe. But I don't want to leave without Nessie. Will you go? I wrote you a note to give to him, so he'll know you're a friend and that I sent you.
My charisma is not gonna
No
pass
problem.
that. So
I'll bring her back.
Okay. I wasn't sure if you'd believe me. I'd go and get her myself, but you heard my dad. Take this note and he'll know I sent you. Franklin lives under the old ranger shack. Nessie is super safe with him, but Mom and Dad really want to leave soon, so we need her back. It's not far. I can show you where on your map, and you don't have to be scared of him. He's a very nice alien. And remember, no need to hurt him. He's nice.
okay, let's find Franklin the Martian. And I just realized another thing, since somebody was talking about the volume being low, I bet that's more thinking about these sliders. I think normally I play with sound effects up high too. Like music being low makes sense. Sound effects I think normally I have higher. So let's turn that up a bit. I don't want to put it all the way up because I don't want to deafen you guys, but I know the voice I wanted full. Footsteps low is fine. Radio's off. I'm going to fire off a round with the 10mm or whatever this is. I guess I don't have a 10mm. You guys tell me if this volume's good for gunshots. That feels very quiet to me. I think I want to jack it up. Oh yeah, El Chess Breach's playthroughs are always hilarious because he always insists on adding just a couple of other goofy mods whenever he does a quest, so there's always something funny happening. My favorite, the funniest thing, it's very quiet, okay, I'll turn it up. The funniest one I ever saw him do was he played Machine in Her, which is a very serious toned mod, with this mod that gave his character the head of an earthworm. It was freaking hilarious. Like it was such a tone mismatch, it was ridiculous. I'll turn up the music just a little. Footsteps, I guess we'll turn up a little. Alright, how's that? Should I turn up master volume too? What gunshots? I think maybe I need to turn up the master volume as well. I don't want it to I don't want you guys to not be able to hear me talk anymore when we're in the middle of something. That's feeling good in my headphones, but you guys tell me. Yeah, Martin, I think you're the only person telling me they can't hear anything, so I think you might have to crank up your volume on my stream. Still pretty quiet. Good to me. Okay. Maybe one of those things like people listening on headphones, it's good, and people who listen on speakers, not so good, or vice versa. Big improvement. Okay, cool. Yeah, sorry guys, I didn't realize how much that mod was messing with my volume. For those of you guys who think the game volume is quiet, is my mic volume good? Because another thing I could do is, so the other thing that probably my stream is a little quieter is because I am using new streaming software the last 2 weeks, and so I think usually I'd have an amplifier on OBS, and it's probably not set up on this one. Julia Powell makes a blood lug repellent. Tell me that's something she can craft. I'm loud. Okay, your mic is good. Okay, let me try. Hold on. I think I can amplify the game audio from OBS or from Streamlabs. Let me check that. Oh, what was that? Let's see here. Do they not have that feature in Streamlabs? Let's see. Properties. Can I go to like 110? No. Interesting. Oops, I just silenced it for a second there. Yeah, I don't know how to do it in OBS. There's like you can actually provide like you can amp up the volume of particular channels. I'm not sure how to do it in Streamlabs. Game audio is a bit low. I'll have to look this up after stream. Because I'm also gonna have to fix the alert. Or again, when we're done playing, I'll tinker with this stuff because I also want to figure out why the alerts are doubling. So maybe asking some of you guys to save your follows or your subscribes so that we can trigger the runs. Although I think I don't have to worry about that because Streamlabs has I can trigger it automatically. Well, that's good. But we need to figure out why it's doubling all the audio today because it was working last week. Yeah, I'd like to find a happy medium with the volume so you guys can hear the game sounds and not feel like you gotta wear headphones if you don't want to. Because I generally hate wearing headphones personally. I got a nice sound bar on my desk and it sounds beautiful. And I don't want you guys to have to rock them if you don't like them. Uh-oh. Getting nervous. With the crashes. What'd you find, doggo? Hopefully no more ghouls. I think I killed them all. You're going the wrong way, dude. Oh, you found this corpse. That's nice. Where is he going? Oh, good find. Good work, buddy. Oh, that sounds like a fun fight. That I just got XP for some reason. I'm getting a whole bunch of XP. What is happening? What was that? Why did I get XP for it? Well, I'll take it. All right, let's quick save here just to. All right, we got some Nessie. Hello. Why can't I interact with you?
Interloper.
Oh.
In your ignorance, you have invaded the sovereign territory of Mars. I am bound by honor to give you one warning before I take you to the Galactic Court by force. If you resist, I will be forced to use lethal force.
You're a ghoul.
I'm not a ghoul. If you could comprehend my language, you would know that you just delivered a grave insult to my mother. Leave before I get angry.
I love the Rob option. It's so random.
Whoa. Let's calm down and talk about this.
Invoking the interstellar right of ambassadorship. Very well. You may make your case for your presence. Be warned. Transgressing against the sacred ceasefire will trigger the electro-neuromagnetic traps that will boil the brain of any human in the room.
I have something for you.
What's this? You have an offering for me? Usually humans bring me items for study, not scribblings. Wait. Katie? She's leaving? But I mean, I see the Chief Ambassador has... forget it. No point in keeping up the act now, I guess. It works better on children and Kinggath raiders anyway. So, Katie couldn't come out here herself. And that's why she sent you, Finessi.
Man, I'm so impressed with this performance and Carney Assad's, because like doing a ghoul voice is hard enough, and then like doing a ghoul voice with multiple like sub voices, you know, it's like a ghoul doing a Mexican accent for Carney Assad, or this doing a Ghoul doing an alien impression. Like that's intense. It's a lot. It's like it's not only destroying their vocal cords for the mod, but then putting on an awesome acting performance on top of it. It's great.
That's right.
The smelly thing is all yours. Good thing you came. I don't know how much longer I could stand around smelling of fertilizer. And, sorry for the act earlier. I've gotten kinda used to it, but I guess it won't be the same without Katie around. Doesn't like me very much after some of the experiments Katie thought would be fun to play at, but she should follow you back to the farm without a fuss. I'll miss Katie. Take care of her and her family, will ya?
Do you want to set up a permanent shop? I know the perfect place.
For real? I didn't expect you to say that. But a permanent place sounds amazing. Yeah, I can see it now. Franklin's Fine Martian Wares. Or Franklin's Emporium of Galactic... No, too long. You've got yourself a deal, human.
So I think I've told this story before. But his Franklin's line just reminded me of it, and it's his long line about it. But when I originally started out to make mods, I originally had this vision for a mod. Hey, there we go. And it was going to be called an acronym like CMOFAB, something like that. It was like Sturgis's Emporium of, and it was like one of those like absurdly long names like he was about to say. Like that was initially what I set out to do, and it was going to be more about like technological unlocks as you did favors for Sturgis, and then instead I ended up doing salvage beacons and then some settlements. But originally when I was just like, I really want to mod Fallout 4, and I had no idea what to do, I just dreamt up something crazy, and then just started following tutorials and kept playing the game, and then just followed what I knew how to do and what the issues that were annoying me instead. Skyways, you can't interact with her. You're required to walk in and out trying to trigger the damn quest tab. Yeah, I think it's a problem with her hitbox and the container. I think it's like the interact just doesn't work correctly, or it might have been something we had to do it for a technical reason like that. I think it was like I remember troubleshooting this a lot. It was like let me think. I'm trying to remember what it was. There was something funky about her where if we had her interactable, it caused a lot of problems. Oh, I remember what it was. It was because testers kept like activating her from outside, and then Franklin would like clip in and his audio wouldn't make sense. So we needed the player to like walk all the way inside the container. So it was almost like we took advantage of the what you just described. Like people are going to irritatedly be like, why isn't this stupid thing working? And then we knew like, oh, they'll just blame it on Bethesda. Pretty sure that's what it was. I feel like that's a conversation we had, but this was, I mean, that was probably 2 years ago when we were working on this, so I can't be certain. But that sounds correct to me. Cool voices should be done by AI voices. No loss to VAs for that. Yeah, or modulators would be another way to do it. I wonder, like, one of the things that's still missing in the AI voice space that I think would be really cool would be better voice transformation. There's like some websites that offer it, but it just does like a mediocre job. But it would be really cool for voice actors to be able to change their voice into other things and do stuff like this. Yeah, like you said, like ghouls, so that people aren't ruining their vocal cords trying to do a scratchy voice. My first playthrough, I found out I could hire Franklin and was delighted. Thank you for adding him. Yeah, Franklin's awesome. It's so the interesting thing, like for some people have probably missed out on him because they spam A, and that was actually intentional by the writer. Cynical does not appreciate when people spam through and don't read her dialogue. So it's like if you just hit A on Franklin, you'll just say goodbye to him and he'll be gone. So if you don't actually read your options and see that he offered to work for me, you're going to miss it. You know, and I just noticed a thing with this quest that was probably like lack of knowledge from me of like, why didn't I make Franklin walk over here? I absolutely could have. Either lack of knowledge or lack of time. That was another thing with SS2's development. There were like there were time crunches in there because I used to be much more strict about trying to get something out every year. Like this with Chapter 3, I didn't hold to that because it was more important to me to like deliver you guys a pretty good out of the box experience, as opposed to, you know, the pretty buggy messes that we end up with where I spend 3 months hot fixing every other day. Like, I'm hoping not to have to do that for chapter 3, both because it's stressful, but also because I'd like to leave you guys with like a good taste in your mouth with some settlements before you disappear into the stars. But anyway, I think I think like some of that stuff, like obviously I know how to make characters walk. Like we made Alex walk from here to there, but for some reason I don't have Franklin walk. It could also be because I think this cell is kind of funky because we have a teleporting cave there, and I think the NPCs maybe not be able to path naturally. Could be something like that. I don't actually remember.
Hi, Katie. Hello. Katie's parents.
You're Franklin? From Mars? I guess I can see it with the suit and the eyes and the gun.
Yeah. It's not really true. I'm a ghoul and not an alien, as you can see. I'm sorry for lying, Katie.
It's all right. I already knew that. I'm not dumb, you know. I've seen nice schools before, but it was so much fun to play, wasn't it?
You're a smart kid, Katie. I guess I needed to believe I was Franklin from Mars more than you did.
This is all very nice, but what about our Nessie?
She's back in her pen, safe and sound. And I'm sorry for taking her in the first place. I was going to...
Franklin, don't say that. Mom, Dad, I was the one that took Nessie out of her pen. I tried to go and get her back, but you wouldn't let me go.
And you should have told us that right away. What were you thinking? I was worried sick about her. Mr. Franklin, thank you for keeping Nessie safe and bringing her back. Well, I'm not sure how I feel about you playing aliens with my daughter.
She is a very special cow. In fact, if you figure out how to make her milk glow, maybe we could team up. Things that glow sell faster.
Glowing Brahmin milk? Improbable, but I doubt anyone's tried before. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I never thought I'd say this, but I'm glad she was abducted by an alien instead of wandering off by herself. And Franklin is...
It's like Oblivion camera angle here.
I always knew Katie was too smart to get that carried away with make-believe, but I wasn't expecting this. He's definitely onto something with his branding, though. I've seen caravans cash out for less. I'll definitely talk more with him on the road. Speaking of, we're all packed up and ready. Are you all set?
Absolutely. I'm ready to go.
So where are we heading?
Oh, here we go. All right, I guess we'll send them to Red Rocket, since it's kind of become our hub. So just got ourselves 4 new settlers to play with. But we'll do that next week. Like I said, I don't have the patience to balance all that out. Let's talk to Katie real quick.
You convinced him to come with us. You're amazing, you know that? This'll be so much fun. Once I'm not grounded anymore anyway. True superheroes never ask for a reward, but they always deserve it. I went and grabbed all this stuff from my secret hiding spot for you. Here.
Thank you. What else can we gank from? Oh, it's all marked to steal. Let's not rob. Oh, but we got it. I think we got it. Oh, cool. Because I got Tenuvian Memoracknes. I got the little house, and I think this has like, yeah, has space for, provides 4 beds at all levels for the Powell family and Franklin, and for Nessie, unless she wanders off again. Fantastic. We definitely got to build this. And I think I have a multi-person plot ready to go. I'm gonna steal this chalk just so I can give it to. I can't remember the super mutant's name now, so I can give it to the super mutant. Come here, come on, dog meat. Maybe I can make you grab it. It doesn't count if a dog steals it. Oh wait, I can do this. I remember this trick now. The old Skyrim bucket on the head trick. Move you over here. Wait till no one's looking. Okay, I'm gonna hide in here. There we go. No one saw it. No one saw it. I got lost in when you guys were packing. It's fine. And now I'm gonna go give it to him because I don't think I've ever done it in one of my Let's Plays. Actually, gone and give him chalk. Off to West Everett's. Oscar, I have a question about the SS2 salvage beacon. Will they work at any location with a dungeon trunk? It depends on which beacon you mean, because there's 2 of them. If you mean the Mark 1 where you drop it on the ground and they come loot stuff, yeah, it's pretty much any dungeon that has the chest and you can clear a boss in, it'll work. The salvage beacons will actually work pretty much anywhere that's not an owned container. So, like, you could just go, you know, if you find like a crate outside, like I think even like the Nightingale caches, you can use those for salvage beacons. It doesn't have to be inside a dungeon. Alright, West Everett is where we were headed. And then we're about to shift gears over to chat mode. So that'll be time to hang out. We can fix some of the stuff with the stream, and if you guys have any questions, you just want to just hang out and talk about some settlements or Starfield or whatever you guys want to talk about, we'll hang out and just chat for a bit. And I'm usually good till midnight. So what is happening? Why am I getting ratted out so bad? Okay. Alright, let's get some rat away. Now that we're not on survival mode, no problem there. Alright, am I going the right way? Yeah.
What is it?
It's nothing. Stop worrying so much. I'm a sneaky character. You can't hear me.
Must have been nothing.
You're right. It was nothing. I really want to make it. I gotta look at. I really want to look at the Western. So one of the things that, another things that slipped through the cracks during development of Chapter 1 to time, was I didn't understand the purpose of the West Everett's thing, or like the overall goal of West Everett's, and I'm gonna fix it soon, I think, probably for the 3.0 patch. But the intention was that you convince Sickle to join, like you basically get him to be on your side, and then he replaces Hammer. But as many people have pointed out, there's still a Hammer over here. So what we need to do is like disable the vanilla Hammer once you start our quest here. And then we need to find a way to make all the super mutants here friendly, so that it's like after you convince Sickle, it's like you convinced the super mutants of West Everett to be your friend. That is something that will happen eventually, probably for the 3.0 patch. File check reminder time. Oh yeah, we should save here. We'll save. Well, let me just turn in and then we'll go ahead and save it. Well, I mean, I'll do a quick save now because I'm afraid. Poor Hammer. Corpse still there. Wait, not Scout. I need... Where's Sickle at? Here he is. Uh-oh.
Ah! Human, give Sickle chalk. Human gives chalk. Sickle gives some blinkies.
Sure. Here you go.
All right.
Ah! Human, give Sickle chalk. Human gives chalk. Sickle gives some blinkies.
No chalk.
Sorry, never mind. I'll come back later.
Apparently this radio is immune to the mod I've got. For some
Sickle
reason.
hate ghoul spew.
I wonder, can I... What happens if I take these now? Nothing. Okay. I think it's set up like if you try and activate these, you make them all aggro on you. They're not actually sensors you're meant to take. Okay. We're going to go back to our settlement here. If you, Jake Snowdrift, why chalk, any backstory to that? If you ask him about it, he basically implies that he has indigestion and the chalk acts like an antacid. Granted, he doesn't say it so eloquently. He'll say it in super mutant terms. All right, before we teleport, let's look at. And then I need to load up buff out as well. I want to see. We'll look at this autosave. I want to see how our scripts are doing. Out of curiosity. Oh yeah, we got some active scripts building up here. What's going on here? SAE clutter trigger. What is SAE? EMS turf, trap trip gate. These are all vanilla stuff. What's this one? Recalculate workshop resources. That's pretty normal. So that's funny. I'm actually getting blasted by vanilla scripts right now. What is this SAE? Does anybody know what this is? SAE clutter. This feels like a mod thing. I don't think any vanilla scripts are named SAE. Huh. Interesting. All right. Let's teleport back. We have a autosave there, so won't lose much. Oh yeah, use the 3x3s for the pals, add them to the house plot in the right order. Oh yeah, what's the right order? I didn't know you had to add them in an order. Oh, probably to get, so they get the right bed assignments and stuff. I'm guessing it says it if I view the details. That seems like something they would put, that Merman Danuvia would have put in the explanation. Alright, so we're gonna go ahead and change this. We're actually not gonna do power. Switch this over to caravan. Oh, we don't have caravan unlocked yet, that's right. We need to build a municipal plot in Sanctuary, and then we'll get it. Or it might be we have to build... Oh, I think it unlocks after you build any other municipals. I think we have to build like water or power here, and then that'll unlock caravan in the second settlement. Something like that. Alright, let's do choose building plan here. And we're going to choose the Powell's Refuge. Oops, I think it just said it right there. Let's view details. We're short on ceramic and cloth. Okay. Alright, well, I'll figure out the order later because we are short a bunch of resources. Anyway, I don't want to get bogged down in settlement stuff again right now. Let's see here. Did the Powells make it yet? I don't think so by those numbers. Like 11 sounds like they're not here yet. Hopefully there wasn't a bug preventing them from transferring, because I felt like I had 11 before I started, but I could also be remembering the save from when we had that extra 40 minutes in before we had the crash. Oh, and our food, okay, our food is down. I can solve this problem at least before we save, or before we switch gears here. Go ahead and put this down. Oh, that's not the one I want to pick up. I want to pick up you. Turn off surface nav. There's our water. Solved. Oh, our food is still low. What's going on here? Oh, there's the food. Okay, just needed a second to perk back up. Ta-da. Okay, now we're looking good. Alright, let's save this as end of session. Save hard mode. LP day 7. End of session. Alright, and then let's do our usual... let's get away from all these folks before we float up in the air. And TFC. And we'll just watch them wander around. Oh, Dogmeat, are you going to just whine the whole stream? Alright, guys. It was a good little play session. Unfortunate on that 40 minutes of loss, because I was so close to having the first two settlements balanced out, which would have been quite the what felt like quite the accomplishment, because it's very complicated, as you can see. A lot of number juggling. But to reiterate, it's not your jam. That's why this is not the default settings. Alright, if you guys have anything you want to ask me, feel free to post in that kinggath chat. I am happy to talk about pretty much whatever. Other than, I'm not going to spoil anything story for Chapter 3, but I'm happy to talk mechanics, because we've been pretty open about those. And right now I'm going to see if I can figure out why the alerts are duplicated. Let's see here. Settings. Alerts. Alright, let's test one real quick. Test widgets. I can't see everything right now. Alright, I need to I'm gonna have to get into infinite mirror territory on the stream so I can get this over here. So there's this thing over here I can click on, test widgets. Alright, let's make this bigger. Whoa, my chat is going crazy right now. Alright, we're going to close out... Wait, what is this? Whoa, 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 what's going on? I just clicked on a thing in Streamlabs and it's doing something crazy. Alright, how do I close this? No, I don't want to open that. Stop opening that, Streamlabs. Alright, can I shrink this part? No, I cannot. Alright, we're going to make this bigger. Here we go, subscriber. There's that. Alert test. Alright, what happens if I uncheck YouTube subscribers, close, and then try it again? Was that duplicated or not? I can't tell. Yep, definitely was. Alright, still duplicated. So that's not the cause. I wonder if it's something like, because I have the alert box set up here and I have it set up on Streamlabs. Let me try that. Let's disable this. Wait a second, alert box test. Get that out of here. Let's try that. I think I figured it out. Nope. Wait, transition. Let's try this now. Fixed it. I know what happened now. So I was so in preparation for the big charity stream that we're doing on the 28th, I was writing documentation for other people in our little squad who are not normally streamers, because some of the folks like on the Sim Settlements team are going to stream as well, so you guys can see how a lot of us work. And so I was writing documentation, and part of that I was setting up the alert box system, and I set a second copy of it up. That's what happened. Whoops. All right. What was it? Oh, and we were going to look at the buff out log too. That's what I think I was going to do. All right, give me a second. I'm going to go to standby on this so I can find it. All right, buff out. So I'm using the crash log scanner GUI, and this makes like much simpler logs that are easier to look at. Give me a second and I will bring it up. Nick Carter, if you Google AFK mods say clutter follower script, the first link explains it. AFK mods say clutter follower script. Alright, I'm going to look that up, because I have no idea. Really want to know what that is. Let's see. Toggle location encounter specific follower dialogue. Enters leaves one of those triggers, event fire, trigger skulls, blah, 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 blah. Okay, so it has to do with the follower system. Interesting. I am shocked how many vanilla scripts I had backed up there. Skywise, I've been toying with the idea of using Cassandra to jump off a mod, so long as I share the script with you guys first. So I'm not being dumb. Does it sound workable? I don't know what you mean by that, because like you're gonna have to reuse lines that exist, because the voice actor is not going to record anything outside that's not coming from the team, and you should definitely not use AI to generate new voices for characters from SS2. So if it's reusing voice files, I mean, I'm not going to stop anybody from modding our mod for sure. Noth, are you adding more companions and unique NPCs in the future? So companions are something we would like to do. There's a couple of characters we would love to do that with, but it's a ton of work to do them well. So it's one of those things where it's like, if it happens, I will bet it happens post-launch Chapter 3, because we have a lot of stuff that's like mostly done that probably won't make it in for launch of Chapter 3, but we're gonna keep going. Like, I'll obviously keep bug fixing and focus on the production, on the quest design side of the team, because it's kind of like there's some of us who work, well, like I pretty much do all the code alone now. Like there was in Chapter 2, I had Red Baron helped me do all the HQ stuff and basically did the whole foundation for that. But otherwise, all of Chapter 1 and Chapter 3 have been on me for coding, and then the rest of the team is working on design work, so like new plot designs and story production. The vast majority of the team now does story production stuff. And so they will, once the Chapter 3 is done, they can focus on stuff like that, like trying to turn people into companions. Stuff that was not crucial to get the main story out, but will be very awesome for people who are, play like you guys, because you guys play SS2 a lot, so you will appreciate all the nuance and little tiny detail that goes into a companion, whereas average player who just runs through our story once, they're not going to notice as much. So we feel like it's better to push that kind of stuff that's, more, that's going to be appreciated by the long-term players. We push that stuff till later, because you won't notice it until your second or third playthrough anyway. And that way we can focus on the smaller chunk, because as you can see, we kind of tend to go overboard in this mod with the amount of stuff we put in. Okay, so I'm going to show you guys the buff out log now. Go back in here and transition. Okay, so when you use these the crash log scanner GUI, and this is like an older version. There's actually a newer version that does an even better job. It strips down the log to like something that's a lot easier to read and kind of shows you the cause of problems. So like this is saying it could be due to a loose file. So this is BS fade node, BS multi-node. That has to do with meshes. So not all of this is going to make sense to everybody, but you can kind of get a general idea. Checking for mesh, NIF crash, culprit found. So it predicts most likely was due to a bad mesh. So if I had to guess, it's going to be some mesh in an add-on pack, mostly because I never ran into these crashes playing without add-ons. And then we've got Vulkan memory crash. This is usually due to rendering. There's actually I don't know if the version that I have might not have it. Let's see here. So in the newer version of this mod, when it does the scans, it actually gives you a lot of details. So I think it's in this article maybe. Let me go look on another. I'm gonna go look in another window in case. Because I know Nexus sometimes will show inappropriate mods on the front page. So let's pop in here. Give me just a second, taking a quick look. So on this mod page, they have, I don't think it's here, I think it's a document they have, and if you grab the latest version of this mod, which I'll link in a second, they actually have a detailed breakdown of like what all these messages mean, and they can help you find your problems. So let me find that. First I want to post a link to this. Alright, so I will post this in, oh, where'd my chat go? Here we go. So this thing is awesome. Use this with buff out. I'll post it on Twitch too. This thing is sweet. It makes it a lot easier because those buff out logs are awful. They're so awful to look at. And so like these make it a lot easier to look at. And somewhere in there, and I think it's on the newer version, I'm using an older version, there's a link in here that will take you to a breakdown even further about like what some of these crashes mean. So like some of this stuff like Vulkan memory crash is not very clear what it means, but it'll explain it to you. And it's like, I think Vulkan memory crash has to do with ENBs. I don't remember for certain right now offhand. But anyway, I'm guessing it's going to be a mesh, very common crash. It says it might be an SS2. So it could be something like somebody took a mesh and included it in a static collection that they shouldn't have. Then it gives us a couple of potential form IDs we can look up. So we can pop in, and actually I have the CK open, so I can actually go in and check what this is. Like, what is DD60? Let's see. This is not an SS2 thing, so that is incorrect. Where's the thing again? DDA0. These are actually vanilla things, because I'm not seeing them in here at all. Yeah, none of those are it, because they don't have the 4. It would, if it was this, it would have 4 DDA0. So this is actually a false log. Like, it's trying to blame these things, but these things don't even exist. So it's not those. So if you were to look at the full log, it will list any mods that were loaded in memory or had something in memory that was happening at the moment, and so something in SS2 was happening. Which is why I said, like, to me, it most likely seems like something was happening with the plot as I was walking in toward Sanctuary, and it triggered the crash. So didn't learn the culprit here, but this is so much easier to look at than the default log files from Buffout. So I highly recommend grab the crash log scanner, make it a lot less painful. Yeah, no, my crash log scanner is definitely out of date. I haven't updated it in a while. I will probably do that off stream. Actually, I'll put that on my short-term to-do list because there's a lot of good info to be gathered from these. Update crash log scanner. I feel like there was something else we were talking about I needed to do off camera. So I fixed the duplicate thing. We fixed our volume. What was the other thing I was going to fix? I can't remember. Anyone remember what I said I was going to fix earlier? Nick Carter, most of my crashes are pathing issues. Yeah, that's super common, the pathing thing. I don't remember. Let me check if I have added it as a setting. So one of the things that happens during cinematic mode is we speed up the settlers to make it look like time's passing really fast. So that's why the weather cycles and the settlers start running around all crazy. I don't know if I have that as an option you can turn off. No, it doesn't look like it. I thought about, because I know that when people are running around, like during combat, you can trigger nav mesh crashes more frequently than if they're just walking. So I think I have it like in the code notes, like to do, add an option for people who are having nav mesh crashes, the option to turn off speedy settlers during cinematic mode. But I think the solution for now is just turn off cinematic mode if you're crashing during it. Young ELC, is it intended that you can't Mark 1 beaker scan a location twice in a row, even within game months between? Yeah, so the goal was ultimately that you can only do each one once, but behind the scenes, the way it works from a technical perspective is we put it in an array, we record the location, and since arrays can only have 128 entries, once you get to 128 locations used, it starts popping off the first one from the list. So technically, if you scanned every single location, like before you got to the end, I think there are 100 and... we just figured this out the other day. There's like 197, I think, in the base game and the DLC. There's 197 locations that are eligible for Mark 1 beacon scanning. So like once you got to just past halfway, you could start redoing the ones from the beginning, but the chances of you remembering the order is impossible. So basically, it's basically meant to so that you only do it once for each, correct? Yeah, we're not really worried about the location reset because the location reset is kind of like bogus anyway, right? It's not really immersive. It's more about making sure that the world never gets to a point where it's dead. Like that's why Bethesda does that, so that people who play these saves for a very long time have something still to do in the late game, and have encounters. And I think also for survival players, so they still have encounters when they're walking back, so it's not boring. But otherwise, the reset, not particularly immersive, so we didn't really want the cells to reset, as it were, for the salvage from Mark 1. Because the idea with the Mark 1 is basically a team is going in there and stripping out everything that you missed. That's kind of the idea. Even though they don't actually do that. Kanaki, do I play with a number of clothing armor mods, so it could be me, but I noticed Hubert doesn't have a torso under his robes. Nope, that is not you. That is a known issue that's on our list. Unfortunately, our Beebs, who handles all the outfits, has been under terrible real-life stress and has not had a lot of chance to clean up all the outfits that are remaining. That is one of the ones that's still on the list. It might actually be, to be honest, it might be fixed in the alpha build that we have, so a fix might come for that in 3.0, but I cannot recall. Yeah, that is the downside of them. Some of the discovery plot designs are near essential on 31 component mode, but they're a chance to find thing. Yeah, we actually have one of the solutions to that is going to come with the science department eventually. Eventually, you're going to be able to send the science department to gather information, and they will also be another entry point to get the discoveries, because I recognize that problem with the Mark 1 beacons. So the long term, the science department will be the savior, but that's going to be like a post chapter 3 thing, because the science department needs a deep dive, a lot like the other departments got during the HQ 2.0 patch. We have a we're due an HQ 3.0 patch at some point, and that will be part of it. But yeah, the goal with the science department is, I haven't worked out like the balance of it, like what's going to play, how it's going to it's roughly going to play out like this. You will send science teams to locations to investigate, and they will get like, I haven't figured out if it's going to be like research points that you can spend, or if it's going to just be chance of discovery. Because the reason I'm thinking research points is because the chance to find is already used by the discovery system, so that's not particularly interesting. And I would like it to be a system where you can like guarantee a discovery over time if you just spend enough time. So it'll be like the more time you have science people out in the field, the quicker they will discover things, something like that. I haven't worked it out. I want to make sure that it's interesting, and not just a rehash of the discovery system. Metal Dinosaur. Love the mods. I was just playing Sim Settlements 1 with the city plans for the time. Are all the city plans in Sim Settlements 2? I mean, not all of them, unless you're talking about the Rise of the Commonwealth ones, then yes, those are. Sim Settlements 2 is it's a much bigger beast than SS1. SS2 is like what I had hoped SS1 would be before I had access to a big team of people to help me. So like SS1 started as a solo project and evolved into something bigger, and then partway through I realized I needed to recode the whole thing from the ground up, and then we took the story that we originally were planning on for an expansion for SS1 and made it kind of the core of SS2, which is less of a sequel and more of a reboot. It's like hey, this is how I actually wanted the mod to exist. And now I actually, after doing it for so long, now I, like in my head, I'm on to SS3. I'm like, actually, learning all the lessons we learned, I would do some things a little bit differently. So maybe one day you guys will get an SS3 out of me. Not in Fallout 4 though. I can't. I am. Unless the what do they call? What's the update they're gonna do? What do they call those? The next gen update. If the next gen update solves some fundamental problems, Fallout 4 might just be my lifelong game. I don't know. But yeah, as it stands right now, the constant crashes and the nonsense frame rate issues, because this thing's using DirectX 11, are hard to live with for long periods of time. Especially hear all the horror stories from you guys when people have crashing or games fall apart. It's so sad to see, and it makes me want to like go to a different engine where I have more control to help. Skywise, let us use our caps on forcing things to upgrade. There's actually there's a HQ mechanism to force upgrades. There's actually a couple of them. There's a research project you can do that from the logistics department. It's like ASAM database, and basically it makes it so that anytime, once you see an upgrade, so as soon as you hit, say like building materials, building plan level 3, any other time you build a building materials plan in another settlement, you can immediately pay to upgrade it right to level 3. So that mechanism is already in there. And then of course you have the engineering department you can send to a settlement and force upgrade the city plan. Just takes like 2 or 3 days in game. And you can bypass all the locks and just force it up. So there's mechanisms through HQ to do stuff like that. Excuse me. Awesome, Metal. I would just warn you, Metal, on if you're going to switch to SS2, make sure you do it in a new save, because You cannot have SS1 and SS2 at the same time, and you can't remove SS1 safely from a save, so you'd have to start over. Yeah, the ASAM design database is meant for like late game when it's like, all right, I've solved everything. Now I just want to like build up monster settlements really fast. Sim Settlements 3, Jake goes to space. We were talking about, I was having a conversation with Sir Rick the other day about like, you know, are you going to be okay leaving everything we've built behind? Are you ready for a new chapter, or do you want us to like find a way to bring Jake to somewhere else? And I think we kind of came to the agreement that we actually want to bring forward just a lot of the people. We want to we would like to, you know, work with the same voice actors and artists and such. And that's what we actually want to do. And then we'll be happy to create another new thing. And hopefully audience too. Hopefully a lot of you guys will follow us to our next adventure. After chapter 3 we get nukes. I want to do nukes so bad. And I more so now because I've been tinkering a lot with some cool stuff we've been doing for chapter 3. I've been figuring out a lot more how to do pseudo Thank you for the subscribe, Metal Dinosaur. You know, the problem with that sound, I'm gonna have to make it so that sound doesn't play on my monitor. I'm gonna lose my concentration every time it happens because it's too goofy. Yeah, we talked to, we want to bring the same people along, but we're happy to do whatever. I lost my train of thought. Thanks the Ron and your maybe we'll hear something about Fallout 4 Next Gen Update at Bethesda's event June 11th. Yeah, that would be cool. That would be very cool to hear some more details on it. Sim Settlements dating spinoff when? You'll have to talk to some of the writers about that. I will not be coding such a thing. Interesting to see Jake in Starfield. Yeah, Jake won't make it to Starfield, but you know, if I keep doing building games, which I really enjoy, like I like doing the simulator thing. I think it's a lot of fun to make. I'm sure we always need a Jake-like character for anything like that, right? You need somebody to guide the player on a mission to like, here's your reason for building all this stuff. Because to me it's the biggest hole in a lot of the games that are sandbox games where it's just like, I need a purpose. Like I can't get into Minecraft because I don't have a purpose. I know you have the underlying purpose of like, oh, you're supposed to go defeat the Ender Dragon, but that's not. And maybe in the current builds of Minecraft, it's a little more on the nose. But in the builds I've played, it's always just like, you don't even find out about that until you dig in real deep. Or if you're into the forums and following along. Like, if I didn't watch YouTube videos, I would never know that. So, like, I really like designing simulator things with a overarching goal. I've always been... to me, like the gold standard for that I recall from childhood. I'm sure there are better instances of this now, but because I play so many less games, to me is always the Blizzard RTS style, like the way that Warcraft 3 and StarCraft and StarCraft 2 slowly introduced just mountains of mechanics across a very good story. Like that to me is what I always want to do now. Quester WI, do you know by chance how many hours Rick has playing FO4? No idea. I would bet it's hundreds, not thousands, because he has been telling me for years that he is waiting until we finish SS2 to do another full playthrough. And like, I think he's got a game going at all times so he can go do research. But like, I mean, we have been working on Sim Settlements in total, not just chapter 2, but I think Ruined and I figured out it's been over 7 years now, which is crazy. And SS2 has been about, if we include all the writing, has been about 5.5 of that, almost 6, like probably 5.5 for Sir Rick. So probably it's been a while since he's had time to play. Yeah, Jake's great grandson. Like if Bethesda makes it canon that the Fallout and Starfield universes are the same, oh man, that will be a huge we will have a serious discussion about, can we bring Jake to space? Can we do it? But yeah, otherwise, I think if we do anything in Starfield, I think it'll be a new thing. I am very if we do something in Starfield. And again, I'm not committing to this because I have no idea if Starfield's going to be it will be good for those of us who are Bethesda fans. Like there's a thing about their games, with the exception of Fallout 76 and even 76. Once they put the story stuff in there, it was actually a pretty enjoyable game up until you get to Endgame. Like Bethesda knows how to make a game that scratches an itch for all of us. So I'm sure Starfield is going to be great, but will it be so wonderful that I want to mod it? I don't know. And will they give us the tools right away, or are they gonna hold them back from us for years like they've done with 76? His blending of vanilla parts of game and SS2 is amazing. Yeah, he spends a lot of time doing that, and man, he's pulling out all the stops for Chapter 3. The amount of vanilla integration we have is pretty wild. It's why this is taking us 18 months. I mean, like, by the time we're done with Chapter 3, I think, and a lot of the planning we had done before Chapter 2 even came out, I mean, it's going to be like 20 months of dev, more maybe. If you can count all that, it's a lot. So Chapter 3, long time coming, and a lot of the dev really was done in Conqueror, because a lot of the mechanics, while I ended up recoding all the mechanics from scratch for Chapter 3, so that I can improve them and fix some of the the design flaws in the mechanics. A lot of those lessons learned about mechanics were because of Conqueror. So Chapter 3 is kind of the culmination of all the things we've learned. Yeah, Tim Kaine said vaults were there for interstellar travel. Yeah, see, it's already, so the Fallout has us covered. It's whether or not Starfield wants to acknowledge the existence of vault tech. I am 100% positive they won't. But we can dream, because you can see the tones are very different. Like, they're not going for the silliness of Fallout, like the juxtaposition of silly and ultra violence. They're not doing that. It looks like they're keeping everything a little. I'm hoping they do soft sci-fi. I don't want them to do too hard a sci-fi for it, but we'll see. Like, they so far have managed to not show us any like talking aliens or anything, and I'm hoping that that's just like they're only showing us clips from the first couple hours of the game, and that like then all hell breaks loose after that, and you get that Star Wars level. Like, that's what I would prefer Star Wars over Star Trek if I got the choice in what Starfield's gonna have, but we'll see. Because otherwise, I feel like the middle ground, like somewhere between the two, is going to be like Mass Effect. And Mass Effect, we've already got Mass Effect. So, granted, we have a lot of Star Wars stuff as well, but we don't have a big. I guess I can't say that because I haven't played the new Star Wars. I don't think we have a really, other than like since KOTOR, we haven't had really like a big Star Wars RPG. Are the new? I haven't played them. I think I own one. I own not the new one. What is it? Jedi Survivor, and then there's one before that, and that are getting rave reviews. I think I own the first one. I haven't played it yet. It's just like sitting in my Steam library. Are those RPG, or those are just action story games, right? They probably have RPG elements in them because every game does now. You hated Mass Effect. What? Kez, what? The impact that Mass Effect had on Fallout 4 is crazy. The sound didn't play when you resubbed, Oscar. The alert system knows you're trying to game it. Yeah, Jedi Survivor, mostly action. Yeah, I mean, I definitely want to play it at some point, but no time. I have a mountain of games to play. I bought, I have a PS4 that I've probably played for a total of 2 hours, and I have like all the exclusives on it sitting over there behind me collecting dust. I feel like I'm going to end up playing them when my kids are teenagers and they want to play them. That's when I'll finally get to experience them. Skywise, the MMO Star Wars is an excellent single-player campaign, and it's free to play. Oh yeah, the old that's it's just called the Old Republic, right? I think I played that for a while when it first came out, and I think it's been like, it's now maintained by one of those like companies that just maintains old MMOs, right? It's no longer run by the original creators, I think. You saw Star Wars in '77. Oh, that's fantastic. What was it like in a theater back then? Was it like they portrayed it in that '70s show, where it was just jaws on the floor? Can we make an SS2 optional file to really make Franklin the Ghoul an actual talking friendly Zeta aliens? I mean, you're welcome to try. So I'm the only thing I'm looking at like I see that we have 0 Twitch chat, which is fine, but I'm curious about, you know, I think not a ton of people multi-stream unless it's like corporations doing it. I think individuals, one of the reasons might be not to do it would be, you have fractured audience. So then the conversation's not between everybody at once. And also I'm guessing that, it creates like there's probably a revenue problem there, because I'm betting that like Twitch and YouTube don't want to pay you to double dip like that. Not that I'm worried about ad dollars at all, but I'm trying to think of why more people don't do this, because it's so easy. I didn't have to do anything; it just worked. Like Todd says, it just works. Techman Soben now following. Thank you for the follow. Oh, I just realized my icon on the follow on Twitch is wrong. We gotta fix that. What's going on there? Alert box, follow. We gotta fix this. Change this media. Erica Ember Studios suggested, and I'm hoping she follows through, to make a separate icon for the Ron's thing. I'm hoping we get that, but not gonna push on it. If you guys haven't seen, she did another animatic from the Super Chats charity we did. Wonderful as always. Let's see if I have a link to it handy. Let's see. It's probably in file drop somewhere on our Discord. Did someone post it? No, it's not there. Maybe it was in one of our team chats. One of you guys might have already posted. Oh, you guys probably can't post links, can you? Well, let's see. Where is that? Here it is. We're just gonna watch it because it's too good. Let me get up a window here. Erica, my apologies. If you don't want me streaming this, I'm guessing you don't care, but you're probably going to get a YouTube notice that someone streamed your whole video. So let's.
Choo Choo donates and says he wants to hear the Ron telling Jake how he can get him nukes to finish off the Gunners for good. So the Ron's plan for acquiring nuclear missiles.
God, man, whatever the hell am I supposed to do about these raiders, man?
Well, I'm not supposed to be talking about this, but let's just say a little birdie might have found a little, if you know what I'm talking about,
Like a bomb?
Oh, much bigger than a bomb. We're talking about like, maybe 2 bombs worth of bombs.
Look, I'm not trying to bomb somebody. Maybe some landmines to warn them or something.
Okay, well, let's say, what happens when a boy eats a little too much? What do you call that?
A big boy?
Okay, the other word for big.
Large boy?
Oh, jeez, I'm terrible with these jokes. I'm talking about a fat boy. We got a couple fat boys.
Whoa,
hold on. Hold on a second. I'm not trying to start a whole nuclear war over this, man.
Well, I'm just saying that's probably the easiest solution to this whole thing.
Well, just because it's easy doesn't mean we should do it. That's just extreme. That don't make us any better than them. What, are you crazy?
To be fair, these things have an expiration date. I don't know what to do with them. I'm just trying to pawn them off like ASAP.
I don't know. Throw them in a desert or something. I don't know. Dude, make yourself busy elsewhere. Don't be throwing that around here. God forbid we get more radiation than we already have.
You know what, Jake? I thought you were a cool cat. I'm gonna take me and my fat boys out in the desert and have fun of my own.
Well, you go right ahead. You have fun with your fat boys.
Yeah, I will have fun with my fat boys. Oh yeah, I will.
And he's just, what the hell's he doing? He's running on the fat boy like it's a wheel and running out like that. That's exactly what he's doing.
These are really heavy, Jake. These are really heavy.
That's your problem, not mine.
Oh my god, I'm crying. As soon as you went into the fat boy, like, you went, I know you meant fat man. I just lost my shit.
And I said, hey, yeah. I said, hey, what's going on? Oh, I said, hey.
If you would like to laugh for 2 hours straight, go watch that stream because it is so freaking funny. There's so many moments like that. Those guys are really good improvers. Like that whole sequence, they just came up with that on the fly. So good. Beebs, you fixed Hubert's torso bug. That's weird that it's not in the alpha. Because that would be in extended, right? Because we moved all the outfits over there. I can't think of why it wouldn't be in there. Unless it got overwritten again, because you know we had plenty of problems with that. Watching you on Twitch and seeing YouTube videos. Well, I mean, I did just play a YouTube video, if that's what you're talking about. Unless Twitch is having some problems over this. But yeah, that video is so funny. That whole sketch was great that they came up with. Oh, that's right. Phil, you can post links now because you're a mod. Fantastic. Skywise, perhaps have imitators perform the skits at the Wasteland stage. Oh, that would be pretty funny. That'd be pretty funny. I don't think we're going to produce any more stuff for the stage, but anybody else could. It's injectable. I've actually been hoping somebody would do all that. I think I wrote a tutorial for that already. Should be up on the wiki. The only thing that I've been really the worst at for tutorials is HQ, unfortunately. And that's because it's immensely complex and requires a lot of tutorials. I've taught everybody on our team now, though, so hopefully once I have time again to write up those tutorials, there'll be other folks who can kind of help advise people. But let's talk about the charity stream that I posted earlier. So at the end of the month on well, it's actually going to start on May 25th. So Thursday, May 25th, I am going to be hosting Wes Johnson, the voice actor who does Sheogorath. I just butchered the pronunciation. I always do because I haven't played Elder Scrolls in a minute. He is going to come on and do a little chat with me, and we're going to talk about the charity that he's doing, which is to fight against Alzheimer's. And then we are going to talk about the project that myself and a bunch of other modders are going to do on the Sunday following that. And then we're going to take donations and suggestions for what we're going to build. So we're going to have like Nihir is going to build a weapon mod. Eleonora is going to build a player apartment. I'm going to be working with SAG and Kobus and other folks on the SS2 team to make a quest mod. We're trying right now to get a couple of people involved in the writing that I can't name names for yet because they haven't gotten approved to do it yet. But one person who's going to help us out is Ottolino, who did the America Rising mod. Although we told him he's not allowed to do Enclave for this because we don't have the resources to pull it off. And then who else are we working with? Erica Ember is going to do quest icons for us. Hold on, let me bring up we have a whole plan that we're working out, but I have some of the details handy. Where did I put that? Here it is. Who else is going to be a part of it? Nero is going to do us some armor. Anoctium is going to turn one of our characters into a companion. And at the end of Fading Signal is maybe involved. He's might do like a small little piece. I'm still waiting for him to confirm. And then basically we're gonna take all these suggestions about what everybody on the team is gonna work on. And like we'll probably do something like, you know, if you want to make a suggestion, then make a donation and that include in your message, something like that. We haven't figured out the details. And then after that Thursday night talk, we'll probably go an hour or two. We'll take all that data and all those suggestions, and then we'll meet together and come up with a plan, and we'll have like whoever's writing it write out a quest, and then we're gonna on Sunday morning at 7 o'clock my time, 7 a.m. We're all gonna get on, and well, most of us, some of us will be popping in throughout the day, and we're gonna start streaming, and there'll be like 7 or 8 channels all streaming at the same time. Everybody working on their discipline. And everyone trying to speed mod, and we're going to try and in 12 hours get everybody to make a thing plus our quest mod and merge it all together and release it all in that 12-hour period. So it's going to be like the speed modding ones I did on crack with a whole bunch of other mod authors. And then at the very end of it, Gopher is going to stream a playthrough of it, and we'll have Wes Johnson on again because this is the final event for his Voice of Palooza. So this is like this will be like signing off. So I'm hoping that we can bring it and raise the most money for the charity, because I think we can. Like I looked at some of the events they've had so much and how much they raised, and I think we can do it. I think we can be the biggest contributors to Voice of Palooza, but I think it's going to be a lot of fun. Also, it's going to push me to my physical limits, because like 12 hours of sitting in the chair, I don't know if I can do it. I don't think I've done that since since my college days. Like that's a lot. Got to get up and stretch those legs once in a while. I'm probably gonna have to like come up with. Fortunately, so I do have a standing desk that I never make use of when I'm streaming, but I think that day I will be. I'll be switching back and forth between. It's like got one of those like little lifts on it, so I can switch it to standing mode. I did pronounce it correctly. Thank you, Jason. Skywise, I got confused and annoyed by the promo song thing not doing anything and gave up on the theater. Huh. I think I bug fixed that, but I don't know if I did it in the last patch or if it's in the 3.0. I've lost track. It's been so long since I've released a patch. I've lost track of what I've fixed in live. I think I fixed that in live because I remember going through and doing a whole lot of old bug reports before I switched off bug fixing. But since like I was so happy I had it under 100 for the first time, and about 50 of the reports in the live are like suggestions for like minor improvements and stuff. So we had it down to like sub 50 bugs remaining, and some of them were either like really deep, hard to replicate bugs, and others were just like such minor things. So I had it like in a good spot, and now we're back over 100 again, which is such a bummer. But I've still been periodically fixing some things for the 3.0 patch, so there'll be more fixes coming. Haven't checked the bug tracker in a while, Yogi. Yeah, it's up a little bit. I've been slowly giving more people access to it, so that we can, because like I said, I don't want to, even after we release chapter 3, like I'm gonna keep working on SS2 for a pretty significant amount of time. I still have the dream of eliminating, you know, all non-mod conflict issues that are not like non-mod conflict, non-engine issues, like things that I can fix. There's inevitably going to be some amount of bugs that are like, this is just a consequence of the way Fall of War works, and like the solution is periodically you got to run this holotape tool, stuff like that. But the more we, like, the deeper we go into this and the longer we go, and I find fixes for old bugs, the more confident I am we can eventually hit that goal. Like the fact that I just, like within the last couple of days, fixed the leader card bug that has been there since launch. Like, even these hard to fix bugs, eventually we're going to get there. I also think we'll get more bug fixes once I open source it, and I'm not going to open source it in the sense of like anybody can just use all this for what they want. But once I make the source public so people can learn from it, I think it'll also increase the number of people who are just like looking at it curiosity and trying to figure stuff out and be like, oh, that's why this is like this. I can fix that, and submitting a fix. So I think we'll get closer then at that point as well. Nickard, will it be tough to find out what is wrong with the power poles? My bet is it has something to do with the meshes. Like something like the fact that they're super tall. Maybe it'll be something like that, but that is something that's outside of my purview, so it would be something somebody else who does a lot of workshop items would probably have to have a look at. But I don't think we have a ton of people left in the community who are releasing workshop item mods. I don't think that's a super common thing anymore, but so it will be tough because I don't know how to do it and I don't know who to ask either. Like, I think the people to ask would be, is it like, there's one guy out there who released a pretty significant sized workshop mod recently, and he's done a bunch before, and it wasn't the guy from like the big ones like Homemaker or anything. I can't remember who it was. Maybe one of you guys remember. But like somebody who like spends a significant amount of time on making perfect workshop mods, that's who we need to do that. We need somebody who's done power stuff and like gets really detailed with it. Like, I can't think of anybody offhand who does that actively right now who's done a lot of power stuff. Like, honestly, I can't think of a lot of people who know more about the power system than I do, and I don't know how to fix it. So it may be one of those, yeah, it may be one of those ones. The only way it gets fixed is if I am fortunate enough to get the right person in chat from Bethesda. That might be what it takes. Yeah, I don't, Mod Hunter, I don't think he's talking about the power grid fixing. It's the fact that like a lot of the big giant power poles from plots, like the ones that we took the vanilla power pole, or the vanilla regular poles, and added power icons to them, they don't seem to work reliably. Like, they'll work occasionally, and they'll just quit. No, I have no idea why. Yeah, the shorter ones that are based on the vanilla seem to work better. Like, I don't know. Actually, let me pop out of free cam here. Oops. I'm curious if, wow, what's going on here? If these ones work. Let's try this. Let's do, since this is our, we're not going to resave this, we'll move this over here. Whoa, what else is connected to there? Move you over here. Alright, let's make sure that this plot is on power. Nope. So if I plug this in right here, so that does power it. So yeah, this short one seems to work. But like if I take this, grab you, and come over here and mess with one of these industrial. So from what I understand, the way the power works, that when it's like out, it's radial. The way radial power works, as it's from what's called the origin of the model. So it'll be like from the lowest point. But there is a chance, I'm 99% certain we have the origin set up correctly on these, but maybe it's something like it's actually set up there, and then so the actual issue is that they just can't get close enough radius all the time. But if I do this, see, now this did power. So it's like super sporadic and unreliable, because you guys saw me earlier when we were dealing with the when I lost my 40 minutes and we were just tinkering, like I powered up this guy and it didn't work. No idea why. Let's try it with this one. So like that one worked. That one worked. So yeah, these are all working now. So no idea why it's so... Was it this one? One of these like just full on didn't work. No, and now it's working. It's so sporadic and hard to figure out what's going on. And like that one's powered. Yeah. So I don't know. I don't know what's going on with them. They're very sketchy. Very sketchy. And maybe it's not those power poles. Maybe it's just the power grid in general. Maybe the power grid just got funky at this settlement, and yeah, uncertain what's going on there. The power grid is one of those like I find it really enjoyable to like snap the wires and have to think about a power grid. I think that's a really cool feature, but it is broken. It is super broken. Karvak, you got a theory about the power issue? Let's hear it. I mean, the safest way to use SS2, if you're having a lot of problems with power, is to turn faux powering on. So let me show you guys the option. This is something that, and I think on Xbox it's enabled by default because they have so many issues with power. But if you do, where's it at? Where is it? What did I call it? Self-powering objects. So if you turn this on, and when you're doing city plans, you can basically make it so that all the city plan created items don't actually require power anymore. They just tell themselves they're powered at all times. And I think we have that set up for Workshop Framework as well, so you don't even have to do it with city plans. So I think if you go here and go to Manage, Power Tools, Convert Settlement to Faux Powered, and it'll basically like take all of your workshop items and make them as if they have power. So like your plots will just be powered no matter what. That is a safe way to go, and then you can eliminate wiring. I think one of the things that we have on the list, I think XV requested this for the Workshop Framework version, is to change it so that like once you set this Convert Settlement to Faux Powered, it like remembers your setting and then makes it so anything else you build also gets that. That's something I think that's on the request list for Workshop Framework, and that makes a lot of sense to me. That would be a good setting. All right, Carvac says, when directly connected, fine. When two plots are connected and power is going to plot A, then to plot B, it won't go to plot B if the plot changes statuses. I'm sure that's definitely related. So like there's the radial power system was not meant to work with things that require multiple power. Like it does, but it wasn't designed for it. So I think that is why we get a lot of finicky stuff with the power when you're, so like something, basically I think what Carvac's after is when the plots are changing their status or changing like the amount of power they require, then it starts to cause funky issues with radial power. And I could agree with that. I think that might be the case. It might be that the grid code was never tested that way because there are 0 vanilla items that require more than one power that do radial. Everything does it with a connector. So the code can be more explicit with how it distributes power, and like so we're probably adding more confusion to the system. But man, it is so nice. Like I don't know what I would prefer. Like what is your guys' general thoughts? Do you appreciate being able to scrap the power poles and change them to different types? Or would you prefer or would you like sacrifice that ability if it made the power more stable for plots? And now I'm not saying that I couldn't do it. I just can't. It's to the point where we'll never have it that way. It's just a design decision we made in SS2 that we're stuck with. But just out of curiosity, is this the freedom to like mess with the power poles on the plots, was that worth the price of admission? I feel like it was, because I like being able to mess with them. But Quester WI, did you ever get an alpha tester for chapter 3 with a potato PC? I don't know. I don't really ask people what their hardware is. I'm more interested in, at this phase, it's like with the alpha, we just want everything to work. Like we're always pushing for what we call MVP. Like where are we at a point where like all of the features are generally working? Are all the quests functioning? Like does everything roughly work so that someone who didn't understand what was under the hood could do the thing? Or could play the mod and it would feel like it was all working. And then we start worrying about things like All right, now let's add holotape options. Let's test for Xbox. Let's test for performance. Like, that's like the last thought. So I haven't been worried about that yet. Sonic Field, should there be one municipal power pole in every settlement?
Oh yeah!
Oh yeah, says the Ron. Kez Daddy with the $10 donation, thank you so much. Any update on plushies or the Ron merch? We're dying for new merch, dying. Here's what we're gonna do, Kez, right now. We're gonna go set up the Ron coffee mugs right this second. Let's do it. Because I keep telling you I will, and then I keep forgetting. So let me go to Threadless. Let's see, is this the right shop? Let me go to the shop dashboard here. I don't know. This is not the right one. Hold on, I have 2 Threadless shops. I need to switch to the other one. And let's hope that I have the Ron's graphic ready to go. If not, then you guys got to give me a second. Yeah, let me pop. All right, I'm going to switch back to... Please stand by for a minute here. Wait, where did Streamlabs go? There it is. Stand by. Alright, let me get some Photoshop action.
Yeah?
All plots should be powered by a mole rat on a giant hamster wheel. That would make an amazing workshop item. Alright, now I gotta find... Where did I put this art?
Huh?
Alright, you guys are gonna have to live with not seeing my screen for a few minutes, because I am deep in my hard drive trying to find stuff. That is not what I'm looking for. Where did I put this? Alright, let me go back to my chat history with Erica.
Yeah?
Just a moment. I might have to ask Erica for links again. I don't know if I have them all on my computer. I mistakenly sometimes rely on Discord as a file storage system, and that is not a good idea. All right,
Yes.
I'm downloading all of them now, so I don't forget. Let's see. Oh yeah, this collection is amazing. The icons that Erica did. Oh, you guys are gonna. Your minds are gonna be blown when you see it one day when I show you the whole collection. Well, I'll let her show you guys. It's her work. But it's glorious. All right, let's see. I got the Ron here. And we go to artist dashboard. Can I duplicate a product? No. Okay, adding icon series, the Ron. Drag the Ron.png. Oops, file won't work. I need to make it bigger. Oh, this is why I didn't do it. I need to use an AI upscaler on it, but I have one now. I didn't have a good one, and I have one now. If you haven't tried Topaz Gigapixel, it's insane how good it does at upscaling images. If you just need a gigantic image. Alright, let's drop the Ron in here. Sorry you guys don't get to see any of this. Let's see, what size is that? This is going to be 20. Yep, perfect. Alright, save image. Saving gigantic the Ron image. Alright, gigapixel version, drop it in. Beautiful. Now we do add apparel, home and accessories. We want... Hold on, I gotta look up simsettlements.threadless.com. I gotta see what merch we have. I want to set it up the same way. Alright, so we have stickers available. Let's add those. Where are you, stickers? Where are you hiding at? Stickers. Got white and clear. Okay. I think we have the white mugs. And we have magnets. So the reason I'm really picky about what stuff we actually put on the store, because I try and order as much of this stuff as I can. There's limits. Like there's some things that I have no interest in ever owning, or I think would be weird to own. Like haven't ordered a yoga mat. I don't think maybe one of you. I mean, now knowing some of you guys, I think some of you would take a Jake yoga mat, but yeah, I tend to order a copy of a lot of different things that I think people might be interested in to make sure that the quality is good. And there have been some bad ones. Some of the stuff that they offer on Threadless just don't come out good. All right, we want notebooks, buttons, button. Here we go. And I think that's everything. Did we have? Because yeah, I didn't put any of the icon stuff on shirts yet. I may do that in the future, but for now. Alright, I have the right to sell this. Create products. We're almost there, Kez. Almost there. Alright, I can start closing stuff and I can show my screen again here. Where is the Streamlabs? Alright, you guys can watch Fallout again because I'm no longer fiddling around with my... Alright, publish product. Save updates. And let's go to view product. And now I'll post it into chat for you guys. There you go. The Ron is now available. I kind of want this as I kind of want to order myself a coffee mug of the Ron. Not gonna lie here. I really love these icon series things that we do because there's no context. So if you don't know the characters, you gotta ask. I really appreciate stuff. I've always liked stuff like that. Like a lot of my favorite t-shirts and like bags and stuff just have like textless logos from things. So like if you're in the know, you get it. And if you don't know, well, it's not for you. Too large pepperoni. Finally, we get the Ron stuff. Time for me to be unhinged and order one of everything. Nick Carter, where's the please stand by video from? I think I clipped it out of the intro, where did I get that from? I clipped it from Fallout 3, maybe? I can't remember where I got that from. Erica showed you the gunner ones. Yeah, they're all amazing. There are so many. When you guys see how many icons Erica made, it's nuts. We're gonna do something really cool with them though, and then they will all be revealed. But just the amount that she did, becoming a regular expert. I think Erica could make a career out of just making that style of art for people for their profiles. But I think she wants to keep it as a hobby. It's definitely dangerous when you convert your love into hobbies, or your hobbies into your work. Did I miss or skip the whole body? There was a body pillow discussion. Yeah, I did miss it. I was trying to. I also missed a second thing from Kez. Oh, because I don't have alerts set up on that. Please stand by. I need to fix that. But that's gonna be a pain. For whatever reason, it won't let me like copy paste these between different scenes. Why isn't this working? Because I don't want to have to set up that alert again. Oh well. Anyway, I missed one. Kez Daddy. Oh yeah. Oscar Pride demanded Jake body pillow for science reason. There should be one in every settlement then. Sonic, I think you're talking about the municipal power thing. I mean, it depends if you use anything with power. If you're not using some settlements plots for power, you don't need those. SS2 store up, so you need to pick a different color than white for the sticker size option. I don't have any control over that, unfortunately. I do not have control over that. Let me see what you're talking about, though. Oh, that I might have control over. That's weird. Yeah, why does it do that? It like highlights in white and you can't see it. Let me see if I can customize that. Colors. Alright, let's try change button text color, Yeah, see, the button color is supposed to be dark, but let me change it to, let's see, we'll go, D. No, we want lighter than that. B. Save colors. Yeah, see, that doesn't look good either. Alright, we want this F again. Yeah, for some reason... Yeah, I guess I gotta pick a totally different color. I guess I gotta use the orange. Let's do the orange for that. Let's see how that works. Okay, that works better. We'll save it as the orange. Okay, there we go. I updated. If you refresh the page, you should see the white text on the buttons is now the background orange instead. There, that's more legible. Yeah, that's weird that they do white as the... I guess that's reasonable for them to do. They don't know that I'm going to try and do white text. Okay. Well, I think we're running a little slow tonight, and I'm definitely running out of steam. It's almost midnight. I am going to call it for the night. So I will be back next week. I don't know if I'm going to stream next Wednesday because I think... Let me look at the calendar real quick. Yeah, so next week, instead of streaming Wednesday, I'm going to be streaming on Thursday. And then I will be doing the marathon stream on the 28th. So next week, no Wednesday, it'll be Thursday instead. Tomorrow, if you guys want to check something out, cool. Sag, who does a lot of our quest stuff, and he did the speed modding with me last time, is going to be streaming. Let me find a link for you. He's going to be streaming some interesting work on some settlements. So, so one of the things that from Chapter 2 that's been on our to-do list for a while is to polish up some of the quests. There's, like, for example, like CPD, you guys know I have a lot of problems, and some of the Conquered quests. He chose a quest to work on. He's going to work on polishing up the Caleb quest line. So it's got a little bit of clunkiness in it, and just wants to make that quest better. Not going to use any new dialogue, not going to change the story, but just like enhance the quest in various ways, make it smoother to play. He's got some cool ideas. So he's going to work on that live tomorrow, and I'm trying to find his Twitch link. Give me just a second here. And he might be doing it on YouTube as well. I'm not sure. Or I think he's got it's set up.
That's
oh
how
no!
it's
Stop!
I don't think that's
stop Twitch and your homepage nonsense. All right, I'm gonna find this Because if you get, yeah, here it is, Sagittarius Games. So I'm going to link you his Twitch channel. Tomorrow, I don't know what time. I will post it. Once he tells me what time he's going to start, I will post it on the community tab on YouTube. But for now, here is his channel. So if you guys want to check him out tomorrow evening, he's going to be working on the Caleb quest. So you guys can kind of see how we tinker with quests, and you know, I'm sure you guys can throw out some audience suggestions of things. He's got a plan though that I'm happy with, and so is the original author. So yeah, check out SAG tomorrow if you guys want to watch some Settlements 2 work happening. It'll be part of the, unless, I mean, there's a chance he doesn't get it done in time, but most likely it'll be part of the 3.0 patch. All right, guys, I'm taking off for the night, so I will catch you all next week, Thursday.